Saw the intro.
That's probably the last time that we're gonna have that intro anyway, because I'll probably die editing the next one for next week as we segue to a whole new superhero time. But still, Steam, the best thing to come out of Godchard probably still.
Yeah,
I'll probably keep reusing that. I'll find some way to squeeze it in. We'll see how it gets thrown in there. But yes, we are here. It's an end of another show, but there's other things to talk about. But first, I am extremely exhausted. I'm your host, Zio Agato, once again here for TokuTonic, where this is episode 111. Triple ones. I don't think we have a writer that does a 111, but they should work that into the next Fi's sequel movie in another 20 years. When the actors are in their 60s, that'd be peak.
It'll just be a spoof of the movie Cocoon.
They'll properly pass the torch. They'll properly pass the torch then. But yes, no, I'm exhausted. As some people might have seen, I actually posted regular content on my channel earlier. I know, it's weird. A 49-minute video.
I know, I got the alert.
I did as well.
I was at work and I was just like, because usually if either one of you put content up while I'm at work, I'm like, okay, well, I get an hour for lunch. Let me eat, watch some other stuff. I'll check out. And I was like, this is basically 90% of my break. I'm like, I'll check it out later. Yeah. I'll check it out later.
Yeah, no, it was one of those where even though I recorded a portion during the fourth night of editing, because obviously I recorded the majority of the things on Saturday before episode 28 came out, and then episode 28 came out, and I was like, you know what, since this is going to be coming out, there's no point in me putting out this video and already being behind on the episode, so let me just throw in an episode 28 rating in there real quick. Just so I'm not behind already as I'm catching up. But yeah, that took 5 days of editing, a lot of sleepless nights. A lot of the nights I was going to bed at 4:35 a.m. This morning included. Because I went ahead and finally once it got done, I uploaded it up to YouTube at 5 a.m. and man, Fiverr. That shit, that file is 8 gigs in size. It uploaded in 10 minutes.
Welcome to technology. This is why I dealt with all the crap where my internet was unstable for a month and a half. But I'm telling you, the upload speed, downloading is nice, but the upload speed,
yeah, and that's definitely a game changer for anyone that does content or anybody that just has to deal with massive file uploads and upstreams. Because damn,
and if you have a server, because I have a media server in my closet that I have everything in my apartment connected to over the Wi-Fi, and latency is 0. Yeah, it's so good.
So yeah, the original plan was, all right, I'm gonna do this recap and then I'll work on the Gavv video like right after it this week. And then I was like, why is this editing taking so damn long? Why is this taking so long? God damn, what this is taking way too damn long. But at least I got it out like right before going to bed in the morning. I uploaded it just so I can go through all of its claims for hours on end. And I was like, oh wow, no claims within this entire time. That's just been there on the back end. Great. Cool, fantastic. Woke up, did the thumbnail, and finally made that thing go live. And then that's a thing. So gonna take a little small breather before compiling the thoughts on Gavu after we discuss some things here tonight.
Yeah.
And
so are you doing two videos? Are you gonna do like a review of the finale and then like a series as a separate one?
Yeah, it's all gonna be compiled together. It's similar to how I did Boom Boomger, where at the end I just did pretty much a small catch up and then gave the series thoughts. And I ended up doing the same thing with Gotchard because obviously Gotchard was one of those shows that I intentionally just did not want to cover week to week. So it didn't fall into the scenario like
Gotchard?
Ash, did you finish Gotchard?
No.
Oh,
did you finish Gavu though?
Yes.
You know, right before the stream, he hit me with the no, and I was like, "You son of a bitch! What you mean?"
It's like, how you?
But why are you even here? We're here to talk about this show ending. So,
Geki Mod, really quick. Yes, James Gunn did a Kamen Rider reference in Peacemaker. He's done Ultraman references in a few of his stuff. He is a big Toku fan. That's why all his films he has a kaiju now that he's done for DC. And
now the thing is, obviously, like I was seeing like the normie channels cover the Peacemaker season 3 episode. But the thing is, it's like they were just talking about it being a modified bike, and I'm like, y'all don't get the Rider reference. Y'all don't understand. Like that shit looks like a super fucking cyclone. What are you talking about?
I could make a TikTok.
The color scheme is even the same. It's like they did it.
I'm calling it now because I don't know how long his DCU stuff is going to last and what he can do outside of DC. He's going to do an Ultraman. He's going to do an American adaptation of Ultraman. Yeah. He's going to do a Toku movie at some point.
Yeah.
Because, one, when he brings up in interviews, he's not even asked about it. So it's like, like with the how good Godzilla's doing, Godzilla -1 sequel is just started filming, and everything else. It's like we're gonna get an American adaptation of some Toku from him. I want to say within the next 5 to 7 years, because we know he's busy until 2028, because that's when his third wave of stuff is coming out, because the second wave is going to be coming out between next year and 2027, because we already got our Man of Tomorrow release date already, and Brave and the Bold and everything else. So I was like, okay, he's gonna do a Toku, and I'm okay.
Change Irion. Yes, put it on the books. Let's do it. Give this man Change Irion. Give James Gunn Change Irion. Like that's
listen. I would love for him to do an adaptation of Waku Saber.
Okay. I don't know where he's gonna get to be able to put that out there, but well, then again, the amount of nudity I've seen in HBO Max in Peacemaker.
Oh, I was gonna say the first episode. Have you seen season 2 yet? The first episode was like, I was sitting there like, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was not. I was like, I'm glad I put the kid to bed before we were watching this episode. So,
and it wasn't even a quick little thing. I was like, this
scene just keeps going. It's like what? Then I listened to his podcast, and he was just like talking about how professional the people that they hired for it. And it's just like, who am I gonna get to eat ass during a fucking during a filming? It's like,
all I know is like. If I was an extra, I would not be able to be perfect. I would giggle, and I'm a mature adult, but even I would giggle if I'm an extra. Like, okay, everyone, naked time. It's like, okay.
I mean, that's probably what they're used to doing anyway. They are like those type of contemporary actors that they're just fine. Like, oh yeah, the second film is done. All right, robes back on.
I'm sure there are a lot of Game of Thrones stunt body doubles that were cool with showing their bodies.
Probably. Though there was a lot of not packing heat. I will say that. So.
Well, it's cold on the set. There's a lot of people that AC on, I was thinking that.
Yeah, it looked like
Seinfeld episode with the
and the amount of bush, I thought it was the early 2000s again. Damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Hey man, Peacemaker's a retro dude.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, so obviously there's been some things going on besides the ending of Gavv. First off, we have been waiting for the longest time in terms of how the delivery of Zetsu was going to be. And we got it. And I also forgot to do proper introductions for y'all, but everybody should already know who y'all are.
Yeah, they know who we are.
Except for Cloudy. Cloudy's ducking me with his bitch ass because he don't want to play Uma Musume.
He should.
Bitch.
He needs
Is Cloudy even alive?
Yeah, he's alive. He checks in on the weekends.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been sending him waifu statues on Discord DMs for Uma Musume. I'm like, look at this $400 statue. You want it.
Okay. That's what I'll do. That just save his alive.
Zetsu is not a simulcast. Means it's actually releasing at the exact same time that it's airing, and it is not. There is a time delay between it's actually coming out. So that's the thing. It's like it is streaming on YouTube and Twitch via Shout Factory's page. They commandeered the Ultraman Twitch channel. I don't know why they didn't just make a new one, but they just commandeered the Ultraman one, called it Kamen Rider Zetz, even though if you look at their videos and clips, it's like it's Ultraman stuff posted by Ultraman TV. Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah. Wait, did they?
Yeah. They did. You could see it on there. It's in their history.
Yeah, they rebranded what they already had.
So the thing with that is, okay, so it's coming out essentially 2.5 hours after it airs in Japan. That is that is the time scheme in which we have there. So it's not exactly a simulcast. Obviously,
what 9:30 Pacific, right? So that's what 12:30 a.m.
No, it's 10:30 p.m. here.
Oh, I thought it was
Eastern time.
Oh, 10:30. Okay, so 7:30. That's not bad.
It's 10 a.m. here, 10:30 a.m. here.
Yeah, so that's the time in which they'll be streaming the episodes, and that's the thing. It's like they are streaming it. No idea if they're going to be doing continuous loops, but we know there's not going to be a VOD.
Oh no, they said.
Yeah,
they said they changed it. They updated it.
Yeah.
So after it airs, it's going to be literally on a 24-hour loop until the next episode. And I don't know if they're going to do now 1 and 2 on a repeat, or if they're just going to repeat 2 for 24 hours. We don't know how that's going to work after, but they changed it, and everyone's like, "Look, bullying works." And I'm like, "You guys really think like the 5 tweets were they noticed that and changed their mind?" Like,
I mean, and it is Tokushoutsu, and all they do is literally just marathon.
Yeah,
that's all they fucking do.
They have a Godzilla channel that's been marathoning Godzilla, and I'm like, guys, like, I'm not going to buy any of your physical releases if you guys keep marathoning everything.
I mean, we'll see how it ends up going in terms of that. But then the question is, what the quality is going to be on these subs. Like, do we know anything on the back end in terms of how this is going to go about? Because here's my concern. My concern is that that because of the fact that it's not a simulcast, I have doubts that Toei is giving Shout Factory the files ahead of time. And what they're probably doing is after they're finished airing it, they give them the file, or they give them the file as the episode's airing. And then they're probably going to do machine translations on it just to get some translations done quickly. And then that 2.5 hours is going to be quality controlling, like QCing those subs to make sure that they line up correctly and say the right things before it goes live. Like, that's the only way I can see speed subs working in that manner if they're not going to have the episodes ahead of time. Because I have massive doubts that Toei wants another Billy Gavvu situation where, oh, wait, the episodes got uploaded on the back end like a month before they're released. What the fuck? Like that kind of thing. So
yeah.
So that's my current headspace in terms of how I think they're going about it, and that could explain why it's not a proper simulcast. as opposed to like Super I that does a proper simulcast with the subs already ready on hand and all that stuff because they're handling everything in house. Versus this, where they're literally outsourcing to another company. So,
but I've got an update on how the marathon's going to work. So it says the newest episode of Kamen Rider Zetsu will now stream 24/7 after the premiere. Through Monday, there will also be a 5-episode mini marathons that can be replayed VOD as the weeks go on.
okay, but is that Twitch specifically or
YouTube?
YouTube? Okay,
YouTube.
so YouTube's gonna have 5-episode blocks as a VOD.
That's what they said. Didn't they say that's where they're streaming it on YouTube since it?
Yeah, it's streaming on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing Twitch for it.
Yeah.
Then what are they doing that YouTube channel for? I mean, that Twitch channel for?
They just, I don't know. They're probably gonna do something on there. Yeah. Or they just had to rebrand everything because it was probably linked to it. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird that they open up a whole Twitch page and then nothing.
Yeah, really quick. Radapox. So the Zetsu driver on Amazon US, it's $98 now. It was $91. It went up $7, but before that it was $71. They already adjusted the price for the tariffs. They actually hiked up the price last week, right on September 1st.
Boy, I gotta love those tariffs.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it is what it is.
I already found my loophole, but I'm not gonna say it publicly. So
yeah,
I'm tariff free.
Please don't dub it. This is Toei and Shout Factory. They ain't gonna dub this thing. Hell no, that costs money. They gotta pay
effort. Money.
If even Subaraya isn't doing proper, like, tell me where's this this Omega dub? Like they announced the cast for the dub, and yet we haven't gotten it yet. Their official YouTube channel is still posting up the previews of episodes and not actual episodes in English. I think they might have scrapped that whole thing.
I think that. So my thing is like post Blazar, like in general, they haven't like their numbers haven't been like good. Honestly, they really.
Well, the thing is, for Blazar, they were doing it on their official channel, as opposed to with Arc, they made a whole separate YouTube channel just for the English release.
Yeah.
So that obviously would likely play a factor. So
yeah.
And then a whole English Arc dub had like editing and stuff like that, text editing and stuff like that, so special effects done to it as well.
I mean, it helps. Obviously, if someone's reading text on a phone, I want to know what those texts say.
That's true. Yeah,
true.
So, but outside of that, yeah, the entire thing regarding Zeztz, they definitely are going full steam ahead in terms of a lot of the campaigns. It's like we just found out that the producer's apparently going to be at a convention over there in LA that Mark's apparently trying to get to.
That I already got confirmed anyways. So yeah, it's September 26th to 28th. It's LA Comic-Con. I'm a hypocrite because I said I was done with conventions for the year. But then I saw that and I was like, I'll have my Zetsu driver by then. I was like, I should get the box signed. Or the display stand. That nice Amazon Japan exclusive display stand.
Dub in Latin America. Well, the thing is that so when it comes to Zeztz, it seems like the localizers are the ones responsible for essentially fronting the bill on everything regarding Zeztz in general. So nothing really is Toei. Toei is just giving them the footage, and they can do whatever the hell they want as long as they're distributing it on their dime. Because that's the thing. Toei's cheap as hell. They don't want to do anything themselves. So if it's another studio that's taking the reins themselves, and they're the ones that are essentially shelling out the cash to hopefully make it up in terms of the ad revenues and things like that they're hoping to get from putting in the work that they're going to be putting in. So, but Shout Factory, have they done any dubs?
Not the
dubs. No, they've only done subs for their.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like the second they got mentioned, I'm like, yeah, the chances of this being dubbed are like 0 to 0. Like they're
virtual.
It's gonna take us where the dubs are at. But they work with Bang Zoom, I think, or someone else.
Do we think that Zeztz might do well in global with this tactic? It depends on advertising. If people don't know, then it's not going to matter. Remember, we live in an era that's flooded with content, and everything's going to get lost in the waves. You got to really stand out to make a dent in there, because even like indie tokus that are fantastic in terms of quality don't get the recognition that they deserve in a lot of instances, because they do get drowned out by the flood of other content that's coming out there. So it really just depends in terms of how much advertising they can actually do, and if this is going to be something that is streamed on YouTube, whether or not they're going to be buying ad space on YouTube, which I highly doubt, just to put this in there. Like, if anytime people are watching like a DC or Marvel video, are they going to buy ad space to show that they're streaming this show on YouTube? It would be smart if they did, but I have massive doubts that they are. It's like, if it were me, I would say, hey, what's our advertising budget? And if they're like $5, it's like, well, shit. Well, cool. We'll make some PNGs and just plaster them some places. Cool. We'll put out an official tweet.
Right. One tweet. Like, Toei has all this money. They have their animation department. I've been to tons of anime conventions and Comic-Cons, this and that. LA Comic-Con, that's cool, but it's like, you could have had something at San Diego. We've known about the English. We didn't know how it was going to be done at the time, but we knew about this English release of it. And you're telling me you pick LA Comic-Con, you had San Diego, you have New York, New York, Anime New York that just happened. You have New York Comic-Con coming up next month. You have LA Comic-Con the end of this month, which you're going to be at. You have all the summer conventions, this and that, to have something on display there. Like I put in VC more on Discord, like how Bandai did their headquarters, the front. It's like, you tell me you couldn't do a booth at these conventions? Like, y'all had a lot set up for all your animation and all this other stuff. Is like, you guys could have done something to at least, because San Diego Comic-Con had over 180,000 people there. LA Comic-Con will probably have like 30 or 40, maybe 50.
I'm guessing, because obviously we went so long without any news regarding how the distribution was going to work out in general. In terms of their announcement, was it an announcement for the global release just to get feelers out there, essentially get buyers, like see who's going to bid for the rights to distribution, and then see how that was going to go? Because I honestly wouldn't put that behind Toei to do something like that, going like, we want to release it in the US, but we need to find partners. So, and then they just hold up like the hands, like who got the money, who got the scratch, and then it becomes a bidding war.
I wish Toei would just publicly say how much it costs to get the license, because Commander is on a per season basis. I wish they would just release numbers, how much. I really would, because I'd be like, you know what? I have a 401k. I would hit up a company that like Discotech or this night, like, listen, I'll front it. I need a Blu-ray for Blade. Get the stage show and Missing Ace, please. And I want a full OP music video. Like, I feel like there were feelers put out, because like everyone's like, okay, how is this gonna stream? But like, YouTube still feels weird to me that that's the choice, because
their partnerships with Amazon's in the past.
That's what I'm saying. Because like the algorithm for YouTube, who like from a new, like, I'm gonna test it out too. I have a YouTube channel that literally I'm not sub to anything, and I haven't watched any videos on. I'm gonna see if it shows up on the homepage, because I'm curious how, because the algorithm on YouTube is so finicky. Like, who outside of anyone who already watches Toku content is this going to show up and appear for them? Are we going to get YouTube banners? Zetsu now streaming on YouTube? Like, there's so many questions I have, because like, if this is like the test to see how Commenter does internationally, it's not going to like.
And the thing is, it's like,
it's not going to do good.
How many times have we seen Shout Factory live on YouTube streaming a show and there's only 4 viewers?
Most time it's me stoned at 2 a.m. being like, I don't know what's going on in this show, and I have subtitles turned off, and I'm like,
and then when they
great,
have
I
like
love
the
this.
full episodes actually up, and the thing is just like, I don't know if it is Toei making them having to take down the episodes and then re-upload them every couple of months, but like 01 and Geats are shows that I repeatedly see them take down after like a month or two, then put back up. So most of the videos don't even scratch like a K in views.
No, and like the only thing I compare it to is like Ultraman when they started doing the simulcast stuff. And remember, every week I was like, "Oh, let's check out the numbers. How'd that episode do?" And I was like, "Oh, 1.2 mil." Like it took a while to get like a week, but it's like those were people who like Ultraman checking out. But then also you had someone like Johnny Young Bosch on his Instagram and Twitter being like, "Hey, I'm voicing this in the dub. Go check it out." Like, there's no one talking like promoting the show. The show it airs tomorrow.
Yes,
and we got no outside of an image, just a static image with a YouTube logo and how it's gonna like be released. That's it. We don't have like they had the actors stuff do like a little video with subtitles, like being excited that it's gonna be international, but it's like you need more than that because you're putting it on Twitter. Like I'm sorry, but and if Shout Factory has to handle all the promotion in the West for it, they're doing a shit job. Buy a TV spot. Where's my you can put ads on Netflix for stuff that's not on Netflix. Where's my ad on Netflix? Where's my ad on Hulu or Amazon? Or that's like there's no like outside of us who are actively searching for it and talking about it. I don't think any like my wife, for example, her social media feeds are a lot different than mine. I got a lot of waifus on mine and anime and weird stuff that I can't say out loud because of TOS. And hers, she's like, I was telling her, I was like, oh man, look at this announcement, this and that. She's like, oh, she's like, that's your commenter thing. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, it's gonna be on YouTube. She's like, yeah. She's like, you think they would promote it? And I'm like,
yeah.
Random white woman who's on Instagram all the time didn't even know it's coming out. And it's like, but she knew Ultraman. Because she's like, hey, you have that statue over there. I'm like, no, that's Ultraman Orb. She's like, whatever, they all look the same. And I was like, wow,
that's racist.
No. I know. She's not wrong. A lot of those suits do look similar. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but it's like, I know Toei's not gonna care about promoting, but it's like this is Shout Factory's YouTube channel. This is their monetization. Shout Factory needs to get a return on investment. That's why I think they're gonna drop the Blu-ray like a month or two after it's done airing.
I mean, if they get the quality, like, so otherwise it's going to be. Like,
I don't think
they're going to work on.
Will it be a month or two?
Well, when you think about how Toei releases the Blu-rays in Japan, they release them in parts.
Yeah, because I was going to say they probably want to stop people from importing possibly the American Blu-ray. So
there'll be three parts done by time the end of the show. So. Maybe at the minimum 90 days after the show, at the earliest, that's when we'll get it. But my issue is the promotion of it. That's like my main gripe, because I'm like, if this doesn't work out, Toei's gonna be like, well, that failed. We don't like the gaijins anymore.
Yeah. And look, as someone that works in marketing and advertising, I'm just like, this is a shit show. Like, this is. They should
have had Kenny Omega help promote it. You know, he's ingrained in Japanese culture. And then they could have a crossover WWE, something like that, you know.
And having the producer show up, you know, several weeks after the show's already started coming out.
Episode
at this
5 will be airing. Wait, actually, Episode 4 will air that weekend. And and they're going to be actually like screening the first 4 episodes in English sub. I'm like, well, it's already on YouTube. So why are you screening? It's not screening. And they're going to have the double film English subs. And I was like, so the movie to a show that's not available in English, as well as the anime that's in English, that's a sequel to a show that's not available. I was like, makes sense. This just
they know exactly what they're doing. They're playing 4D chess, and we just can't figure out the tactic here.
I'm mad it's all part of the same panel because I don't want to sit through the double movie or the first 4 episodes of Zetsu, and I have a feeling the Q&A with the producers going to be after the 4 episodes because honestly, I'd rather go to the 18+ anime theater, but I'm a man of culture.
Is it going to be running that late?
They don't have the time frame, but still, like, it's not going to be a main hall like panel. Obviously, I don't think. If it's not a main hall, I feel like it's probably going to be like maybe a 6 or 7 p.m. panel.
Oh,
Or they're going to do it ridiculously early at like 10:30. It's definitely not going to coincide with anything big.
Yeah, because I know it's like time difference and jet lag and all that stuff. International dateline, all that good stuff. See how they all work with that.
Also, the fact that like the Zetsu merch on Amazon is fulfilled by Amazon Japan, so it's like it's not like before when. Because just to be safe, I pre-ordered the driver on Amazon US, and I have my Amazon Japan one, and then I look and I was like, oh, it says fulfilled by Amazon Japan. They're both getting shipped out today. I wonder which one's gonna get here first. I was like, because before everything was fulfilled in the US, so I'm like, okay, this is the first, like the Gotchard stuff, the Gavu stuff, all that stuff was fulfilled here in the States. So I was just like, but at the same time, you can buy it at release. So I was like, okay, maybe there's something going on with Amazon then, because why aren't they storing Zetsu stuff? Like, did Toei piss off Amazon?
And the thing that I wonder is whether or not they're going to be putting this available on their tokushoutsu, like Tubi, Pluto TV, all the free channels, stuff. If they're going to be putting that in that during a specific time block, and if so, are they going to buy out like specific ad space during, on Pluto TV and things like that? They run during on the other channels that they have going on there. That might be like the only advertising I can see them doing. But once again, it's a free platform that honestly I don't have the statistics to see like what the viewership is on that kind of.
And a lot of people watch Tubi more than Pluto TV.
Well, I wish I had the analytics, but literally, Nelson TV reached out to me, and when I told them who I work for, they were like, "Oh, yeah, you don't qualify to be a Nielsen household," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Like I said, I work in marketing and advertising, so I can't work for Nielsen ratings.
I'm gonna hit them up then because I'm not. Wait, do we have any subsidiaries that would be a conflict? No, I can. I'm gonna reach out then. I will get us those numbers.
Yeah,
because I'm curious now too. Because it's like, it's one thing when you see everyone gassing up things on social media, but as we know, Twitter/X is not real life. It's separate than everything else, and it's like,
oh, absolutely.
So I'm just like, okay. And also, let's face it, how many of us are really like? I'm gonna watch it on YouTube just because I want to support it, but how many of us are still gonna go to other places to get our good subs?
The thing is, it's like
subs.
If I have the option not to watch it on YouTube, I'm not gonna watch it on YouTube. So that's the thing. It's like if I can acquire it, save it on for preservation's sake. Be able to hit those rewinds and those frame by frame key shots that I like doing from time to time. Then I'm gonna go that route.
Also, now that it's going to be streaming 24/7, because this changes my whole entire opinion on using clips now. Because before it was supposed to stream, there'd be a rerun on Sunday morning. Then the next replay would be Friday. So it's like, well, if it's not up there, can't use clips. Now I'm like, it's going to be up there. That's for use. I'm going to clip the fuck out of that show. I'm going to go back to actually editing my videos again. With effort, not a lot. Let's be realistic. I'm gonna use this much more effort.
I mean, I'm still gonna use my video editing tricks and shenanigans just in case.
Yeah, I test the water. I'll do multiple versions just to test what gets hit.
And the thing is, it's like sometimes you'll end up getting hit with it months in advance, afterwards.
Oh, I've had that before.
It's like, now that the official source have put these up. yeah,
I got hit on a Saber video again. I was like, bro, Saber was so long ago, and I had to go back and look, and I was like, you motherfuckers. A little bit of audio, so I just chose them to mute the 2 seconds, but they got me, and I was like, y'all went back that far? I was like, that was out of nowhere. It was like Toei's just doing like an audit of YouTube.
Yeah, they probably are. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
Recon Gamers, that is fake. That was debunked instantly. That was just someone having fun. There is no Don Brothers season 2. That was clearly fake. You could see the image alone, that fake trademark, because it's like, nah, it's fake. If they had waited till the proper time a trademark gets revealed, maybe, but that was just.
I didn't see that flying around, but that would have been funny.
It is close to trademark time, though. Trademark time should be by the end of the month, the beginning of next month.
Yeah,
so we should be getting that new Sentai name soonish.
They had a premature joculation, so
premature joculation.
Yeah, so it's just Goes Yuger season 2, so they can properly be called the 50th Sentai. So people will stop fucking complaining that it's number 49. Well, we're 49 and Lupin 50 and 1.
The fact that they could Lupin and Body Ranger as 2 separate ones, I was like, oh, that's a loophole, because they are 2 different teams. They're not wrong.
But in terms of the counts, it's like them helmets, and there's like when they started doing that backwards countdown initially for Goes Yuger, just so they could properly line up Zenkaiger with the 45. I was just like, you bitch. Y'all out here.
They try. But yeah, that's.
Yeah, if there's any show that's going to get a season 2, it's probably going to be Goes Yuger, just so they can say, hey, we're also the 50th. A 2-year show. 2-year show.
I'm wondering, because it's Toei, like, I still want to know more about this whole deal with like Sentai being released in the West, because I feel like that's got to be null soon. That's got to be null soon, because like, because I'm just
how long has it been since Hasbro told Toei we're done?
Like 3 years, 4 years almost.
29
since
the rumors started in 2019 or 2020, I remember.
Yeah, and I thought it was confirmed in 2021, because 2021 was when Dino Fury season 1 was Dino Fury season 1.
Yeah.
And then we had Dino Fury. So it was basically, it's been like 3, maybe 4 years at the most. But I'm like,
but then
because it was let me look.
When Unky Simon Bennett came out and debunked the rumors to make all the online people look silly.
Let me see. It was 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's when it was announced, but it was but that's when it was like started. It officially. Apparently, it was officially up. Yeah. Okay. So 2021.
Yeah.
Because that's when Hasbro confirmed it in 2021. So yeah, about 4 years. So my thing is, if Zetsu works out, right? Good YouTube numbers, Toei's happy with the reception. They're selling more toys internationally now that they could see, people from Amazon US are buying stuff fulfilled by Amazon Japan for the show. If we got some Sentai getting the same love as an international release, I was like, because I don't think Toei realizes with their IPs they could become a juggernaut internationally outside of anime.
I mean, absolutely, but I think the biggest thing is regarding that is not just the distribution, but also toy sales. I would think that part of the stipulations that they're going to have is if they release Sentai toys in the US and then Hasbro's out here releasing Power Ranger toys, how is that not going to confuse
Hasbro's not releasing Power Ranger Playmates? You mean Playmates? Hasbro ain't making toys anymore.
But regardless,
Hasbro ain't making toys anymore. Hasbro and toys. They just buy IPs and then we can have other people do the work for them. Except for Transformers and G.I. Joe. If it's not Transformers or G.I. Joe, they don't give a shit.
But that's the thing. It's like I imagine looking at a planogram shelf at a regular retail store and seeing Power Rangers, and then next to it being like a 2-foot section of Super Sentai toys, and then people just being like, "But what the hell is that?"
Oh, that one looks
It's
cooler.
like,
one's quality, one's Bandai.
Yeah.
So when
yeah,
one's gonna be
but that's the different one. Is this like a
other's gonna
generic
fall
Power
apart.
Rangers that just looks better? Like, what is this? Like, what am I looking at right now? Like
It's like the meme. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. It's like there's Hasbro,
No,
and there's Bandai. Like
it'll be the fucking Simpsons ketchup catsup situation. It's a ketchup. That's gonna be the situation.
Yeah.
It's just like but it
really, like, and Bandai already has, like, you know, their shelf space at Walmart. They got their areas and this and that, and like lately they've been cleared out. Like the Target by me that I usually go to is huge, and that's cool. They have like a little Lego slide and everything. They have like a cool Lego section, but they have a Bandai section with a whole bunch of Gunpla kits and all their anime stuff. They had DX stuff, like weapons for Demon Slayer there. And I was like, I've never seen those before outside of Japan. I was like, they actually had them at Target. And then I've been going
collectible
to find stuff. Yeah. And all the Bandai stuff's been cleared out. And I even asked him, I was like, oh, you guys, you know, changing, you know, refacing this area, you know, and changing it over. And he's like, no. He's like, the stuff just sells out. All the Bandai anime stuff, like even the little 6.5-inch figures that are like $9 sell out. Even the Fat Mojo anime related stuff are selling out because we still haven't got a Yu-Gi-Oh series 2. But like all the model kits, everything is clearing out. And they said, yeah, once they get them, like the stuff is out in 2 or 3 days. And usually they only get that stuff shipped in like once, maybe twice.
I think that's because you're in California. I can tell you here in Georgia that's not going on in our country.
No, it's not.
So.
Well, I mean, even in this economy, all the stuff is sold out.
Over here is where I can get like the good merch clearanced out for like a decent amount of money because ain't nobody buying them. So I'm just like
Rastas for that.
Man, the second that Zeztz stuff hits these Walmart shelves and don't sell, man, I'm gonna hide one under the floorboards and wait for 8 months once it gets taken out, and then just be like, all right, time to pull it out the floorboard. All right.
I used to do that.
$2.
I used to do that when I worked at Target. When I used to
do that shit when I worked at Best Buy.
Yeah. Unloading, I would put the stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna leave it there until this. I'm like, no one's gonna find it. No one looks in those areas.
It's like, Ricardo, they show in the system that there's like one of this amiibo. We can't find it anywhere. Oh, well, I don't know.
Rider.
We called it the staff stash, like where we all stashed our stuff.
I did have a situation where like 6 months later, I got confronted by one of the managers going like, hey, this was missing for a while. And then it shows that you bought it. Like, what happened? I just found it. Really? Because I looked at the security cameras and I was like, you fucking bitch.
It's like, no, you didn't.
To get my ass.
It's like, you know, snitch. You know, happen to snitches. But no, the merch sales, I feel like it's gonna be interesting because like
the distribution of the toys is the one that I have the biggest, because it's one thing to distribute video online because that's an easier form of doing it. Versus trying to actually get merchandise from their suppliers to American store shelves, work out the contracts with these companies to work it into their planograms and to their back-end systems, and obviously, you know, be able to supply them. And then what's the cost going to be, especially, with the tariff situation going on with all these, like what's going to be the hyperinflation on these products.
We still haven't seen Bandai's Ultraman stuff yet, and we talked about that earlier this year when they made the big announcement. Yes, the year's not over yet, and it says it was going to go into the end of this year, into early next year, but we still don't have those full Ultraman end caps and stuff that they said that Bandai worked out a deal with Walmart and Target. And I'm like, you got to strike while iron's hot, and it's like one of those things where I'm like, well, the Walmart that I go to is one of the it's obnoxiously massive, and they used to have all the Ultraman DVDs and Blu-rays there. They don't carry them anymore, so it's like one of those things where it's like, I don't know how they would like. And do they go back to like GameStop? How GameStop used to have the common, like who's gonna carry the stuff? And I'm always thinking Amazon is your best bet because I don't think a big chain like Target's gonna be like, all right, yeah, we'll take this Kamen Rider stuff the IP stuff we've never carried before, that has no real release out here. We're gonna carry this obscure stuff, and they sell like one item, and that's it, and no one else goes in and buys the stuff. So I feel like Amazon's their best bet. which is why I think Amazon should have been the streaming choice, because then you could have had how when you watch Amazon Prime videos, the ads could be for the merch, and then you can click the button on your remote or on your phone and add it to your cart. Like, you like this capsium, add it to your cart. You like this belt, you want the belt, you want the DXZ driver, boom, push the button. Now
I mean, it should have been the thing, but I do feel that that's the easy way out is going through Amazon for the distribution, because it's like, once again, you got to be actively searching for it versus, say, the random impulse buy of the weeb that's in Walmart or Target, looking at the collectibles, looking at some Gundams, and then it's like, wait, what's this? What's this SH figure out? What's this thing?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't impulse buy. As I look at my shelf of Goosebumps action figures and all the
I can probably acknowledge that just about everybody who's watching this is at a moment in which you walk through like the toy department or a collectible section at a store, walk past something and went like, ooh, wait, what's this? And then been like, I have to get this. I have to get this. Let me check the band count real fast. All right, I got enough. Get this.
Like impulse buying an overpriced 16, almost 17-inch cross saber statue just because you saw it. And you're like, ooh, it's not in Kamen Rider. I should get that. I don't want it. I do. Nah, I'll buy it. It's like, why not?
And the thing is, it's like, obviously when we had a Team Kamen Rider, they were doing, distribution via like GameStop, ThinkGeek, which was also still technically GameStop. Barnes and Nobles would have some of the Rider stuff as well.
Barnes and Noble still does, which is crazy, because that's how I got that Ultraman, that $80 Ultraman statue clearance down to $15, which made me so happy, because Barnes and Noble's overpriced. So
the real question is how they're going to end up actually, if they do end up doing this, how soon will it be? Because that's going to take longer if it is going to end up going in store shelves, and then once again, what is going to be the items that they're gonna have on there. Because it's like, look, if I was literally walking through a retail store and I saw the Zeztz driver just there, even though I already got one pre-ordered, I'd be tempted to buy it again because it's right there in front of me. And I'm like, you know what? It's not a convention scene. Conventions always give me like the impulse buy thing because I'm usually like, won't run into this scenario again. I'm at a con, but I know that this is like super overpriced because it's a convention and they're gonna overprice this shit anyway. So but if I'm in a regular retail store, I'm like, wow, that's here. Cool. Might actually get this.
I don't know if it's just me, but when I see stuff like in the store and I have an impulse buy to get it, I actually like look it up on Amazon to see if it's cheaper with Prime shipping first. I'm always trying to save the money.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm just like, it's time versus money.
Yeah. Well, it depends on if I'm by myself, I'll buy it. But if someone else is with me, and they're just like, "Why are you grabbing a shopping cart?" I'm like, "I don't know. I might see something I like." And then next, it's like, "Oh, here's an Xbox Series X mini fridge and a bunch of Lego sets that I don't need." And then I'm like, "Well, they had one left." Like, I bought a black and white tuxedo cat Lego set because it was the last one they had in stock, and I have a cat that looks like that. I was like, "Oh, well, it looks like her. I want to buy it and build it." She's like, "You're not going to build that." I'm like, well, it was the last one. What if Lego retires it and then you can't get it? Then I got to spend massive amount of money. It's like, no, I'm going to buy. If it's the last of anything in stock, I will buy it. Like if I'm by myself. Because I don't have my account with me being like, spent this much this month.
I mean, I will say that the current ending superhero time block has been a relief on my wallet that I can't say Uma Musume has not been. But because I feel like the money that I normally would spend, the amount of money I normally would spend on Toku toys is like, let me do a temple right now.
We should have
nothing. Let me do another temple.
We should have a waifu debt section, like an honorable mention. I don't
want to put those numbers out there. I do not want. Feel like I might actually be win of waifu debt.
So I bought a statue on top of how much I've spent in the game because my free-to-play account was no longer free-to-play. It was so easy on the iPhone to just push a button and buy the stuff. I'm like, oh, so much easier than Steam. I was like, well then.
All right, so before getting into the main topic, there is one other thing that obviously we haven't talked about in a little bit, and that is that new Power Rangers reboot thingy that's going on.
Kid Bops, right? or Ninja,
Yeah.
Ninja Bops.
Ninja Kids.
Oh,
They've
nice.
been
Yeah, we
around
can
for
talk about
so long,
Rita?
aren't they just adults now?
Yeah.
Because I'm just
That's
like, I remember
Ninja
hearing
Bros.
about them like 7 years ago. They shouldn't be kids
Mhm.
anymore.
No, yeah, they're no longer kids. They're all grown up.
It's like Kids
so-
Bop, but everybody's in their 30s.
Mhm.
So basically, this all started when like sets of Power Rangers of filming in Utah was seen, and the suits that was being shown was Toku Jade's outfit. So if you don't know Toku Jade, 3D artist within the Power Rangers community has like done 3D renders of like almost every suit from Sentai.
Mhm.
Really great artwork, and they basically had their artwork commissioned to bring to life the suits because Hasbro fucking sold everything, but plus these are new kids, adults, so of course like they'll have new suits suited for them. So basically for like last month they've been filming this Power Ranger Ninja Kids sequel in Utah, which is basically going to be this 5 to 9 episode mini series that's going to be filming. So it should be wrapped up soon. I think it's coming next year. But
It's a sequel?
yeah, it's a sequel to Ninja Kids.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
was about to say, when you said sequel, I'm like, is it a sequel to Mighty Morphin? Like, what?
No. It's not a sequel to Mighty Morphin. It's a sequel to Ninja
No.
Kids. That's why, like,
I thought it was
when
releasing
people,
next month.
is it? I don't know when it's releasing.
I heard
I've
it was
been
releasing
sick
in
all-
October.
I've been sick all week, so I've been away from like most things.
Let me look it up. Actually,
I've been
Yeah,
bedridden.
who's
so-
got some photos that we can share? I didn't save the photos that were given to me on.
What photos do you want to save? Do you want photos of Rita's actress?
Let me. Well, the thing is, I've seen the one Rita photo. Are they sultry pics, or is it literally just like the one photo that I've seen of her in that suit?
It's the one
And I'm
photo.
just
It's the one photo. It's the one photo you've seen.
Yeah. Let's share that because I think a lot of people would want to see how that Rita looks like if you haven't seen how that Rita
Let me pull
looks
up
like.
all the stuff really quick. I'm just opening the image in new tab so that way they would have those instead of the tweets themselves. I'll put them in the private. Here is a good shot of the Red Ranger suit or the Pink Ranger suit. But Toku J, like the designs, like man, that's one of the first real like Power Rangers accounts I started following was Toku J because his designs are insane. And I was like, and at first I thought it was someone who was working on something official. Like I thought it was like some video game coming out. And I was like, yo,
I can't pull up that link you sent me.
Okay, hold on. Let me just do actual links. Hold on, copy link. Here's this one. That's a good look at it. You can see the actors without their helmet on. That's blurry because it's a fight scene. Oh, they got someone with a chest mount camera following them around during the fight scene. Oh, that's gonna be kind of cool.
Did I bookmark any
let's
of it?
see.
Because I know I bookmark stuff for like videos that I make. Let's see.
I do, and then I unbookmark stuff, so kind of like
Yeah, that's what I do as
ruins it.
well.
Could I forget?
Like once the story's over, I go back from my bookmarks and I
Why not-
delete shit.
I thought I bookmarked Toku J's actual thread where he showed, all this like the close up of this. Oh, he does have one. He has a thread where he goes over all the up close of stuff, which were shots that weren't released.
Yeah, and if you
from
can't
everyone
find it,
else.
and if you can't find it on Toku Jade, just go to Sentai 5. Sentai 5 is pretty good at covering that stuff.
Yeah, I had it bookmarked. Oh, the one time I didn't. Oh, I should get rid of some of these bookmarks. Listen, really quick. I just like wrestling. It's not my fault. I end up bookmarking a lot of Rhea Ripley and Io Sky stuff. Okay, that's just on accident. Sometimes I double tap by mistake. I bookmark the stuff.
That is a month away from me.
What is a month away?
Wrestling in Australia.
I know I'm jealous. I'm happy sidebar while Zio pulls up the link. I am gonna be there for John Cena's last pay-per-view wrestling match because I am gonna be at Survivor Series. I have floor seats. Don't ask how much I spent. I wanted a chair.
Let me get that Rita pick. Someone send me that Rita pick.
And yeah, so it was I had to spend the money on it. I had to. Even my wife was like, "You gotta go." I'm like, "You're gonna go with me." She's like, "Cool. Is Ray Ripley gonna wrestle?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I'll go." And I'm like, "Is there something you want to tell me? Something going on here?"
If you want that first one that Mark sent, get rid of the
No, I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Oh, the Power Ranger Twitter account, the one without any vowels, actually has all the freaking shots of it.
They're good as well, yeah.
Ooh, there we go. I got the Rita. There we go. She got the thick thighs.
What do you mean? She's not wearing a dress?
No. She got the spandex on the thighs.
Also, this arrived that I showed off.
Oh, I never got to pre-order mine.
I saw your freaking IG photos into it, and I saw that it was all color, and I'm like, ooh, I kind of wish I got one of those because I got the regular device.
I'll be more excited. I'll be more excited for the Tamers one when that comes out, depending on what they do with it.
I've never seen Tamers. I've only seen. Wait, no, what's the one with Guillemon? Is that Tamers? Is Tamers on?
Tamers is Gallantmon.
Okay, that's the card swipe I watched.
Yeah, card swipe.
Yeah, that's the last one I watched.
Cherrymon.
I like that one.
I never watched Frontier because some people say it's terrible, some people say it's good, but it's totally.
Yeah, Frontier is essentially just a Henshin hero show. So
yeah, and then they did that whatever one after
Cross Wars. I found it to be all right. Then nice little time skip they had between season 1 and 2.
Ghost Game is so good. No one thought about Ghost Game.
Yeah,
I was reviewing that on the channel. No, that's what Data Squad. No, but Ghost Game I was reviewing, and people were just like, and I was showing clips, so I was like, you guys don't understand. The Digivolutions in this are just peak.
I never got into Ghost Game.
Here's the pics of the kids in the suits.
I didn't care for the detail lines at first, but Toku even said, like, even though he did it for like the inspiration of like the little symbols repeating like the pattern on it, like I like that add to it. It's not like a flat spandex suit.
Yeah, no, it reminds me of like the technique that they used when they were making like the Man of Steel Superman suit.
Yeah,
how
Superman,
they really wanted to make the
Yeah.
embroidery going into it. So I actually do like
funny.
the detail that they have going into that.
Someone pointed that out and they said he was copying from it, but his concept and his designs were actually out before that movie even had that stuff even came out. So I was like,
yeah,
I was like,
2021.
Like, but yeah, but looks so like the suits look good, and it's like if they rebooted Power Rangers and used suits like that.
Now this like is the controversy here is Lipgate.
Lipgate.
I don't like
the lips.
I don't like the panel lining on it either.
That is some like messy panel lining as well. But
like,
yeah, I would say that's where my issue is with the helmet. Like this side shot here looks better.
Yeah.
Than this. Like this looks like me trying to paint a helmet because it's like I am amateur hour when it comes to my paint jobs on my cosplays. But yeah, that's what this one specifically looks like.
I think it's the chrome on that one.
Design.
Yeah, the chrome looks incredibly cheap on that one. It looks caked up.
Yeah.
The visor's too shiny, like reflective too. But then I think that's like in a studio photo, so I feel like maybe the lighting, because it doesn't. No, it still looks like that one.
Also, they need a better dancer's belt on this guy because you can see the print.
Oh, wait till you see the White Ranger.
Oh, I don't have a picture of the White Ranger.
Hold on. I was trying to avoid that at all costs, but okay, let's see. Where is it?
I mean, I do feel like for some suits, like the lips kind of just adds a little bit of extra character to them, but it's just like this just feels a little odd without
I
the
was
lips. I mean,
was
it'll make
happy
sense with
Without
the
the lips,
White
how
Ranger.
the monster's gonna kiss them without the lips?
Yeah.
Maybe searching just Ninja Kids wasn't gonna work out. Let's just type it.
That seems like such a broad term.
Well, the top stuff was obviously everyone talking about Power Rangers. Then I'm like, Ninjago, what the food? Ashley, you talking about the group shot with the White Ranger?
Yeah, the group shot with the White Ranger.
Oh wait,
Okay.
let me get God, I might have to pull up Discord for this because some people had sent me the cockpit shots, and I was
I
just
have
like,
those right here.
that's just a fucking flight simulator control
Yep,
panel.
Yeah,
and
it
it-
is. Yeah, someone
and,
actually
and,
sent
and
the
it's just
link to
backwards,
it.
so you don't see the cord. Like,
Yeah.
and then we noticed while looking at the belt of the White Ranger, it's like, wait, why does he have the dragon coin on there upside down? Like we wouldn't notice.
That's what the next three are. So the first one is group shot, cockpit, and then White Ranger. And then Goldar.
I know Chest of Greatness is saying green goes first, but this is a sequel to their series from back in the day where their Green Ranger lost their powers, so now they're the White Ranger now. Because so many people keep saying that. They should have started with the Green Ranger. Pay respect to the OG series.
Okay. There we go. Oh, God. This is the worst White Ranger one.
I turn this on, but it starts playing the Japanese theme.
I like the Finster design so much.
Same here.
That it's
and the Goldar.
Yeah, the Goldar and Finster, like I was sold. I was like, those are
All right, so let me pull up this cockpit one real fast. So yeah,
I got 2 more links and then I'm done spamming our private chat with
look at
links.
that. Look at them flight simulator
Up
backwards
down.
controls.
Oh, I never
Yep.
noticed the
Yeah.
upside down dragon coin on
Yeah.
the
All right,
boat.
that I noticed it only because I noticed the flight simulator things. I was like, I have that, and then I was like, why does it look weird? I'm like, oh, it's backward, and then I was like, wait, what's up with this belt?
I mean,
And then I'm also like,
why?
why is the helmet a different color gold than the suit? Like they didn't use the same
Yeah.
paints.
It's the heritage auction vest.
I just
Wait.
imagine these controls are
Who the heck is this dude?
are fucking hard to like just maneuver just because it is backwards.
They just got a random ass dude just hanging out. She's short. What is she? She what? 5'4", 5'5"?
Also, this is Rita.
Uh-huh.
It's not a flattering photo. I found a few other flattering ones. We'll save that for the TokuTonic After Dark. Live on Kick, where we can get away with things.
It's like this is not what I think of when I think of Rita at all.
No.
I'm like, if she's not coming in riding on a bicentennial bike, nah. She needs that bike just floating in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know there's a whole video of the person putting on the Goldar suit from like start to finish. That looks crazy.
I didn't say I haven't seen that.
is. I'll put that in private. That'll be the last one I send. That one at the bottom. That is actually really freaking cool. No, that is not Rita from the 2016
17.
movie. Listen,
No.
listen. Elizabeth Banks as Rita. Changed my life.
And Goldar looks like he's
I know.
hunching over. That's a weird.
Yeah. Outside of Lord of the Rings, I've never seen a movie more than once in theaters. I saw Power Rangers more than once in theaters. I sure got an IMAX release. She was.
Wait, is this supposed to be their Bandora Castle? Like, is that what this interior shot's supposed to be?
I feel like they're on Earth the whole time.
Yeah, I feel like they take
they're
up
gonna be on
Town
the moon.
Hall. Yeah, I think they take over Town Hall or something.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, that's a that background just looks like it's some sort of just regular building that they're in. They were like, we like these columns. These columns are the reason why we're here.
Why are people like Chest of Greatness? I love you, but like you're acting like this is going to be like a big AAA production. Like who's voicing the new Zed?
No, this is
this is
fucking YouTube channel.
Too many people. That's what was bothering me on social media. Is too many people were like shitting on it. I'm like, dude, it's literally called Ninja Kids. It's a YouTube channel, and they're like, oh, I can't wait for the regular reboot. This looks like trash. It's like, who's the target demographic? Because this is also going to kind of push the Playmate toys like releases. And I'm like, what does the age on those toy boxes say? I was like, you're the reason why we can't have nice things.
Yeah. And people say the Dragon Ball fans can't read. Some Power Ranger fans can't read between the lines.
This is literally one of those. This is
Naruto
literally
fans
not
can't
meant
read,
for you.
obviously. But, you know, that's beside the point. One Piece fans can kind of read, but they can't color in their pictures with crayons properly.
I mean, One Piece fans can read because they've read like over 1,000
legit,
episodes.
like cosplay putting on tutorial.
No,
I will say
cool.
that video it looks like it's a lot easier for them to get into that costume than it is me getting into old fives back then. Because that shit takes me 40 minutes to get into.
But I just thought it was cool because it's like how many individual pieces made that, and it's like, man, the production quality on that is good.
I mean, I just feel like modern day cosplay efforts have just gone much better since back in the day, obviously, to the point that making things like this on a fan's budget is definitely a lot easier.
Oh yeah.
So
and also I really hope like this does well, because you know, I'm gonna get hate for this. A lot of Power Ranger fan fiction like series and films look like ass that are on YouTube. Almost all of them.
I can agree with that.
And and I feel like that's why so many people are already like kind of trashing this, because it's going on YouTube and they think of all these other ones that are on there, and it's like
because people at least want to see Sentai adapted. They want to see the next numbered season. For
the other thing is, I mean, for me personally, I'm just tired of seeing MMPR.
No, that's understandable.
Honestly. I'm not.
You bitch, Mark. That's a fucking lie.
You know why? Because I don't care. Because it's not for me. It's for my 4-year-old nephew and my 6-year-old nephew, not my 14-year-old nephew, because he's a little piece of shit that plays fucking Fortnite and talks trash all the time. And then I get in trouble because I'm a bad influence because he called a white girl Trailer Swift. That's not my fault. It's not my fault she's blonde and lives in a trailer park. I had nothing to do with that. He came up with himself. I wish I came up with that because I would have said it. But apparently I get blamed that I'm a bad influence because I talk shit in video games when we play.
I need your cousin on my duos team just to talk shit to people, because they're adding toxicity in the chat room.
He's so horrible. Like, he's a little demon. But MMPR is for them. And let's face it, MMPR is so simplistic that it has the cut and dry formula. It doesn't deviate. That's the easiest one for kids to watch.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
What is easiest? What is easiest?
No, the easiest would be whatever concept is new and exciting for them during that time period. That's it. Because look,
but they don't have to make anything new. They don't have to make anything new. Dinosaurs, motherfucker.
We've lived it long enough to see several Power Ranger seasons come out to the point that they stuck pandering to like yours and my generation in terms of the first show that we watched, knowing that there's a subset of folks that are now in their late 20s or like mid 20s that have nostalgia towards different Power Ranger seasons from either the Disney era or the Neo Saban era, that are having complete nostalgia goggles towards that, but are never going to get catered to. It's like, yes, I understand.
Though. This isn't nostalgia. Look at how many toys were released.
Nostalgia baiting in that itself because of the toy library. Because the majority of the people.
What season had the most amount of toys? What season had the most amount of toys? MMPR.
Well,
it's easier to replicate all those.
How long was MMPR on the air before they switched to Zeo? Several years. It didn't follow the traditional formula until afterwards, where they would do a season a year.
If they could give us Zeo toys, I would be a lot happier. I'd be more excited. I like Zeo. Zeo is great. I don't want to talk about Turbo. They did Rocky dirty. But from a standpoint of all these the head changing, flipping ones and this and that, it's like, okay, it's easier to just re-release MMPR toys. And when I say simplistic for kids to get into, I mean the fact that it's there. It's already been around. And then you have your parents telling the kids.
As someone who has a soon-to-be 7-year-old, I can tell you that these toys are not swinging the needle for.
Well, it's like, look at the toys you have behind you. Those are a lot better. Okay.
But even then, like he knows he can't touch my shit. But even then, like the toys that I end up buying him aren't in. He did pick one, and that's when I got him that cheap Forza driver for Christmas last year.
Forza is a good driver. Okay, that's a good driver. That's a great show. Great.
Yeah, but the one that I got him was the Legend one because it's the Legend one.
Oh no! As a kid, get him the Legend one. You're not getting a DS one. Come on, this economy, new in box? No, thank you. But no, my nephews, the two youngest ones, they're obsessed with MMPR. Because they see then now, and I got them all the toys from Walmart already. So I was like, here it is, and they're like excited, and then they're watching it on Netflix, and this and that, and it's like, yeah, I'm sure if others like they do on like Tubi and stuff, but like it's easy for kids to get into MMPR. Dinosaurs, everyone loves dinosaurs. Okay, like everyone loves dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs.
You know what the big thing is among so many people now is
trains,
blind boxes.
Listen, I hate blind boxes so much.
But that is the thing. Like
it is.
How do you think like YouTube channels that got big in terms of like their merch side, like Lanky Box, like got so big with their merch? Because it's all fucking like, blind boxes. Labubu's, same thing. Blind boxes. God. Like it's
Comic-Con was full of Labubu's everywhere, and the whole time I was like, what are these? And she's like, they look like gremlins. I'm like, don't you disrespect the Magwais like that. And then I saw how much those things are going for if you get one of like the rare ones.
Yes.
I'm like,
yeah,
I might take one whole paycheck and just buy a couple of retail boxes of Labubus and see if I can flip them and make some money. Maybe make some YouTube short content, like monetize it. Because I don't know why people are losing their shit over little freaking keychains that look like just Garbage Pal Kid versions of Donnie Darko's little rabbit, Frank the Rabbit.
Mark, it's the same thing as TCG when you're opening up a booster pack and you get that one holographic. Like it's the same shit, with a toy. That's literally the same concept. It's the same exact concept.
Do you know how many packs of Gotchard cards I've opened in the last 18 months? I don't want to think
that's why I was just like, in terms of Gavv, the way that they should have done these Gochizos is they should have done them as blind packages.
They did. They did the variants, the chase variants. They did 3 different kinds.
Originally. You knew what you were going to get when you were buying the set.
Just the first wave. The second wave was the crying variants, and then they had the clear variants and this, that, and it was so stupid because I'm like, I want just base Gochizos. That's why I didn't buy a lot of Gochizos. That's why I only have the ones that are right here and the talking ones, because I was like, if I open one up and I get the crying variant or the clear variant, that messes with the collection, because now I have a glittery clear one. I mean, yeah, I got the Blade glittery clear one and the Blade regular one, but that's Blade. But I was just like, I don't like blind, and I'm hoping we don't get any variants or blind bag stuff for the Capsiums for Zetsu, because I hate that shit so much. Yes, Jam Cow. It's a Where the Wild Things Are fan OCs. Like, that's basically what Labubus are. I don't even. Yeah. You have all the Marble Bray cookies. Listen, who hurt you? Who hurt you? As I'm working on that Soto right now, who hurt you? Like, it's such an assful.
All right, so I guess do we want to transition to the main topic of the evening?
Kimchi pickles?
Maybe. I don't know.
My second container. I made.
All right, so I know folks are gonna have their thoughts. And I will definitely say that
I'll let you guys have the ground floor. You probably have more to say than me.
No, I want Ash to go first because he caught up. He hasn't.
He did catch
so
up.
Long.
I will say this during the post-stream discussion that I do on Discord after the stream. We were so adamant that we kind of just didn't want to talk about that ending. Like that's how disappointed we were. We were hurt. Yes.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
I liked the ending.
It was so empty.
We got the V Cinema. That's why.
A Hanto's V Cinema.
That he deserves it. He got a W in the finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the cheap shots because it's like Jipu overstayed his fucking welcome, and Lizelle still lived.
It doesn't matter. A W is a W, okay? W is a W. Take him where you can get him, okay? I was glad we didn't have a Valve fraud situation with our secondary.
I mean, so there's a couple of things regarding this. Like, I'm glad we didn't get the director's notes, like the damage control notes that we got like during the God charge situation. Because that would have done way more harm than good. But even then, there's still a lot of things that just feel like rushed to a point on this finale, and I do understand that they had to drag their feet a little bit just because of the things that had to change during the production of the show. But it's like either way, it just felt like that was like one of the most emptiest finale and one of those like "son, I'm disappointed" moments I've had watching a show. Like I wanted it. I wanted to enjoy it, but I just felt that it just was trying to just end.
And I get that having 3 fights like crammed in at the end of the episode did seem a little bit too much. So like, how many episodes was Gavv? Like 49 or 50?
50
exactly.
Okay. All right. Like maybe they could have dragged it on for like maybe 1 episode at least. And then had like the final fight.
I mean, if they had enough foresight for things, and clearly it looks like they did have some changes in terms of how they were planning on doing things anyway. They admitted to that. And thus that's how we got what we got. And that's definitely noticeable. This is one of those shows that I had concerns about that this was going to happen like during, the second half, because once the show starts hitting the airwaves and you'll start getting those production notes, studio notes, and fan like the audience reactions, because it's like we know now that the Stomach Family was not supposed to be a long season thing that was supposed to be done halfway through the show, but because they were so well received,
like
they extended their tenure, and I feel that was detrimental towards the show, because it's like they really should have introduced something more, or actually, they did introduce something more that just didn't get paid off. Things like K still go by the wayside in terms of getting a proper explainer. It's a seed plant that was thrown in there, had no payoff whatsoever. The thing with Shoma's proper uncle, like his human uncle, getting the semi-revelation he kind of knows type of thing at the very end. I'm just like,
definitely knows.
That's a very awkward way to handle a major plot point for a character. Especially something that involves, something personal, like his sister actually going missing, and then next thing you know, here's your 20-year-old nephew. It's like, what happened? Like, I would demand answers. Like, that could have been a moment for peak drama in terms of the family aspect for Shoma having that on his human side. That would have worked way better towards his mental block that like affected a good portion of the show, versus just having fifis for Hanto's sentiments, that type of thing. There's also things that I don't know if they were a mistake in the post-series thing, or if it was something that was meant to be explained in the show, because right before the stream went live, Orb sent me a picture of some new character Go-Chizos, one of which was Dente. And Dente has the last name of the president and Lizelle, and not Stomach.
Oh.
Which, if that's a misprint, which I don't think it is, that would imply that the Stomach family is related to the president's family in some way, shape, or form, and does allude to the fact to why they have agents. Yet, that was not in the show. Like, there's so many things. Just like y'all were cooking, and y'all were and the shit that I'm getting now afterwards, y'all were cooking so well that you had all these other like plans in stake, and then we just didn't get it in the show. What? And then the Suga audio drama came out, which raised even more questions and disappointments to throw onto it. So there is like a quick summary in terms of what happens in the Suga audio file, in which he met Nirav in a cafe. He's apparently gone through 12 victims in like the course of 20 years of experimentation. He apparently implanted himself with Grenu organs. I wish we would have known that in the show. Because then why wouldn't, you know, the Valen Buster or anything like that have, you know, not worked for him? And also what still caused the deterioration when he used the Bake Magnum if he had the organs the whole time? Like, there's a lot of questions that I now have regarding all that post-mortem regarding the show. And yeah, the whole thing about Suga is apparently he gave Nirav consent to do whatever he wanted with his body after he died, so he had consent to be zombified and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so
that's why I'm kind of gonna avoid the audio drama, just because I feel like a lot of the stuff that happens to that was planned out and recorded before they did a lot of the changes. So it's like one of those things like I think I'm probably gonna avoid it because I feel like it's gonna kind of mess with the timeline, in my opinion, of the show.
Let's see. Yeah, his first experiment, Suga's first experiment, was on his wife, who apparently willingly gave herself up. But I'm just like, that's the thing. It's like, if you had a kid, something happened to kid, why would you sacrifice your wife to do something? It's like, at that point, it's just like, you got time to make another kid. Like, you had 20 years to make another kid. It's like, what are you doing out here? And not only that, but it still didn't give us the reason why Suga even hated Granuts to begin with. Like, that was his major character arc in the very beginning of the show as well. So, yeah. Ash, what are your general thoughts now that you've caught up? You've seen the ending. How you feel?
I enjoyed it. Like, Gavv was a fun watch from week to week, even binging it. I'll probably have to give it another rewatch to sort of, like, no pun intended, digest everything. But I don't know, like, I didn't walk away hating it. Like, I feel like I'll need to give it another rewatch. But
the thing is, it's like, I don't hate the ending per se. I just feel disappointed. That's the thing.
No, and I get that, because as soon as, like, because I took a week to watch it, and then when I saw the epilogue and Giselle's still alive, I was thinking, oh, that's going to be a fucking V cinema thing that they'll probably do, and then so we'll see what, like, I'm hoping that the V cinema doesn't, like, make things worse.
We'll have to wait till summer next year, because that's when the Blu-ray and the Gochizo are releasing.
Oh, okay.
Hooray.
Yeah, it's listed on tokullectible for the summer of next year for the Blu-ray and Gochizo combo, and I'm like, ooh, I was like, that's rough.
But when can we other ways of acquiring it, or is that just soon?
Well, no, it just depends whether or not they put it on
then.
streaming platforms. If they don't put it on streaming platforms ahead of time.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
They've been pretty good about putting stuff on their Toei Tokusatsu Funtime app. So I know the summer one is going to be on there end of October, I think. Okay. I have an account, but I don't know what it says.
It just depends whether or not Gavu was well received, so it probably is not going to be like a boom boomer situation where it's like, where are these subs at? It's like,
and then it's like, it released months ago and we didn't even notice. Also, I hope you like that GIF that's in the private chat. It's hilarious. I don't know where that GIF is from, but I'm like, whoever made that is an angel. I think going back to when you talk about when Ash brought up like the 3 fights, the 3 fights in the final episode, I feel like it felt like a lot because we had that great 4v1 with Boca in the freaking previous episode, which felt like a final fight as quick as it was. Because, I mean,
well, that was also like
obviously
2 episodes ago
stuff.
that we got that.
Well, I binged everything and at the same time. So.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things that felt like a final fight, and you could tell there's supposed to be more with the president, because how you gonna make him that OP and only give him like 2 real proper fights and then like a little action here and there? Because I didn't know he had voice commands. We could tell people to freaking bow down or kneel before Zod, and then they drop. I was like, this man has voice commands.
Well, that's the thing. It would have definitely felt more natural had they, done away with the stomach family in the early 30s, and then it was a struggle with the president afterwards. Probably Jibu being like the lone survivor of the stomach family after they all get wiped out.
They could have. Well, my thing is they could have kept the family still in. They could have just balanced it right. Like I said, the tonal whiplash of like my favorite's personality, where she cared about the family the whole time and this and that, but it's like, since when?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like there is a lot of those moments that just feel shoehorned. You can see
the line, but it's one of those things where, like, if it was written a little better or paced better, the stomach family staying. Because my worry was the family was going to go away early. We were going to get like a Gracias dead man situation where it's like, no, I don't want redemptions for these fuckers. Like,
well, that's the thing. It's like they were going to go away, but there wasn't going to be redemption. That's the thing. But the thing is, as they kept them on, it looked like they were trying to give them redemption. Like they gave us twinges of like possible redemption.
I'm glad they didn't. That would have actually ruined the show for me. Like 100%, that would have ruined the show if we got redemptions for them. And I think there's certain elements of it that did work. Like I like Nelv staying around and kind of being like, I'm so smart, blah blah blah, but he's not. His arrogance is what his downfall was.
Yeah, that's my issue. I loved his character so much.
He's a great character, one of the best.
But his final plan was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen.
It makes sense because he thought he was so smart that he outsmarted everyone, and it's one of those situations like that arrogance. Like, and he should have known better when the poison didn't work on the president for the 3 minutes of peril. He should have known he already prepared for every situation, but he was so arrogant thinking he was so smart. And I'm like,
and also the fact that he was monologuing. It's like, bro, why are you monologuing your plan like you fucking won this?
I love the monologue though. He needed a monologue.
The fact that the president wasn't even batting an eye should have given him some sort of like idea of just like, this ain't gonna go my way, is it? It's like, wait, you're not reacting. It's like, I would have been better. It's like, well, pull that switch. Just go ahead, press it. Yeah.
And that's what I thought was funny. But my only complaint, like outside of like K and this and that's long-term stuff that like I think those are plot holes. But from a last 5 to 6 episode standpoint into the finale, I wanted more president. Like, because there's something there. He was a cool villain. I was like, oh, cool. We're not gonna get a Rider as a final villain. I'm okay. I'm happy about this. But then I was like, where's, like, I wanted more. I was really hoping we were going to get Shoma and Boca final fight. Not amazing gummy just popping up out of nowhere, which makes sense because obviously some people were like, oh, he just ate gummies. Like, no, he ate Roxanne gummies. I'm picking up.
Yeah, but then the production notes tried to explain away that it was a gotcha gimmick. And it's like the chances of this happening, specific conditions gotta be met. And then that's what happened.
Your gummies with rocks.
But that's the thing. It's like, so we get that nice fight, episode 48. Like that was in my mind how the show technically should have done. They should have really just done epilogue episodes right after, as opposed to the whole Longo thing. If anything, Longo says, look, I'm just going to disappear, face of the earth, whatever the fuck, and just do this thing. And then you have proper character wrap-up moments. But no, we didn't go that route. Because there is a few things there, given that, we know how powerful Lango is in general. And the fact that Choma was unable to beat him before. And it took his assistance plus new form to be able to take down Boca. But then, obviously, it wouldn't be a final episode without showcasing off every form so we can, sell the toys again. But then beating him in base. It wouldn't be Reiwa without beating someone in base that
Listen.
just has some after effects thrown in there.
Cut out that horrible CG form fest in the middle. The beginning of it with Shoma and that was good. That set it up good. Fight started off strong. Then we got the CG like montage fest. I mean, I did get to see Farouk, and again, I like my bulky suit. But then the latter half, I was like, he brought back the threat. He brought back the ultimatum, and I was like, ooh, I like that. And I get the final form. Like everything from when they were up the roller coaster and he went to Zaku Zaku chips to when he stabbed his wing and ripped it off, that section could be removed. I didn't care for any of that. But everything after that, like I feel like some of the stuff was like choreographed mistakes. Like when he's on top of the crate box and he just kicks it and he falls and hits his head on a barrel and a rag falls on his face. I was like, oh, they just scrapping now. But I'm like, I feel like they just left that in. But this didn't need to be the final episode. I think the 4v1 with Boca was like so good. If that fight was just longer, and then like you said, we got that blog, I've been happier. I personally didn't mind the end of the show because it's better than what we've gotten.
Yeah.
So it's like the pendulum swinging up. It's like, hey, we've been fed shit. Like at least his whole goal wasn't to just sit around and eat meat. And they didn't make a shrine for him and make him a god that just kind of chills and watches everybody creepily. Like, I'm okay with it. I thought it was.
I mean, we are saying that about Geats, but I will say this about the Geats finale. At least when he came back in base form, he didn't actually like properly fight. He just said, pointed, and then everybody else went out and finished him off.
But
as
he
went
only hit him with a
god
kick.
Stuff.
And I assume, and I'm thinking of the standpoint of like battle damage, wear and tear to Longo. He wasn't at full power anymore at the end of the fight. And let's face it, he turned into feathers. He put the little gummy packet down and walked away. I was like, oh, that was good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was good.
The thing is, it just still felt like a little rush. Once again, in terms of the state of the power creep. Just the power creep in itself. It's like, because we know how powerful, like you said, I would have rather the Boca fight was extended to be much longer, and then, even though Lango may have landed the final blow, Boca's like, "Fuck you, bitch! I'm gonna take you with me." That type of scenario. Yeah. And then it's just like
the Raditz Piccolo situation. I thought they were gonna take Longo out with him.
Yeah, and I'm like, that would have been a better ending in terms of like clearing that up and then having the final episode actually be proper wrap up.
And honestly, 48 was such a good episode. I feel like the bar was too high. I mean, that triple henchman was cold as hell. The triple fucking rider kick, like that episode was hitting strides constantly. We had Longo and the president fighting in an aura battle without really touching each other at first. I was like, there was too much in that.
It's almost like they're cousins,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, someone pointed out about how they elected a president really quickly, and that's that. Well, yeah, they were kind of throughout dialogue mentioning that the election was coming up. So
there was a point in time in which I was arguing about how their election system works, and like, the entire portion of that is just like, well, maybe their society works differently. I'm like, they were mentioning elections, and obviously the first guy that we meet outside of the president is someone that was, trying to technically challenge him for the presidency.
One of the challengers, So we knew the election, and it was a 3-month time jump. So we knew.
That's why if we had gotten a second half that was focusing on the Granute Society and seeing like the election type things.
Yeah,
that's my major complaint, but it's not about the ending. That's like the show as a whole. The plot. That's not even a plot hole because it wasn't.
And obviously, once we're a few months out and we start getting all the notes in terms of what they had originally planned on doing and things like that, that's the things that I'm curious for, like those what if scenarios. Well, we get that with all of these shows because I mean, like,
I know. Well, the Saber one, obviously, like I still
the Saber one is notorious because it's a completely different show from start to end.
With COVID and some people getting sick and quarantine, so I get drastic reshoots when you can't have an actor that's supposed to be in like 4 episodes. Like, hey, let's just kidnap the base lady. It's like, why? Because she's quarantined for 10 days. Oh, we can't film for 10 days. Okay, she's gonna be kidnapped. We're gonna slap her in the face first, and we're gonna kidnap her. It's like, okay, makes sense. What about these siblings? Oh, make it awkward. She's in love with her brother. Why? Well, these two other people are sick right now, and they can't be in the scene, so let's make it weird for a bit, and then we're gonna do a V cinema about it. It's like.
Then Revice also ended up having their own like rewrite scenarios in terms of what they had to do. Not just from like the early auditions, because I know Hiromi gets a lot of a bad rep because of his nothing character, but still,
listen,
they liked them so much.
That Dear Gaga, so you know what? There's no redemption. Dear Gaga was the worst thing ever, but it gave us Revice, Legacy Veil. Which we talked about. I still think we should have got that for Suga.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing. It's like this show definitely deserved a little bit of a like Gavu legacy, something something dealing with like give us the origin story of the Stomach family. Give us that entire because one of the curiosities is Shoma's dad and his mom. What is that relationship actually like? Because we never got an inkling of what they were like how he smashed that. Like, was it consensual? Was it not? Was he just playing with his food? Like, what exactly was going on there? And obviously, they probably didn't have human disguises during that time that she got kidnapped anyway, because we got the prospect already that they just teleport in, snatch up somebody physically, go back up. Was it actually like Shoma's dad that was just out there doing the kidnapping this time and was just like, I'm gonna snatch you up. Hey, what's that I'm feeling? Oh, and you're pregnant. And it's just one of that. Well, I'm just going to keep you in this room. Enjoy the green screen and the dirt and grass on the side of the road. But I would have actually loved two different legacies. Like one dealing with the Stomach family and one... Actually, no. If it was dealing with the Stomach family, then the audio drama already alludes to the fact that, Suga met Nita ages ago in a cafe. So that could have happened in the middle of that legacy special.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like, I hate the production note stuff when those books come out and this and that, just because I don't want to think about what could have been or what they wanted to do because we didn't get it. And I know when those notes come out, it's probably going to ruin my opinion of the show, just because it's like you can't open that box. And if I find out they were going to do crazy shit with the president for a second, because like I liked the president, my main complaint was he didn't show up enough, or when he did, it was like useless. The screen time, and it's like,
and the thing is, he seems like the perfect villain.
Was wasted.
Yeah,
he's
a calm, calculated. He never outburst like that, anything like so. No. So it would have been great just seeing that kind of a character just getting played up as like the most hateable villain.
We could have did without his human form, though.
We could have done without White Man, but yes.
Why did he look like Lucius Malfoy, Draco's dad? Like, I was like, what is Lucius Malfoy doing in a Kamen Rider? I was like, this is weird. But it's one of those things where it's like,
and that was also a one-time bit as well. It's just like you guys literally hired this actor for one episode, and then you're dubbing over the guy, so it looks cringe as all hell when he's talking.
Yeah.
So
it's just one of those things where it's like, I have to go based on what's presented. I think it was a strong season still, just because like the ending, I enjoyed the ending because the uncle thing is my gripe, because when he's like, oh, do you think Misura or whatever her name was would like it? It's like, if it's from you, and then I'm like, and he's like, because you tried your best. I'm like, you son of a bitch, just say it's because it's like when you give your mom a waffle with like peanut butter and like Skittles on it. You're like, I made you breakfast. She's like, oh, this is great. It's the best. It's like, no, it's not. I gave you diabetes, okay? And you're allergic to peanuts. Why are you eating this? You're dumb. Like, can't you see I'm trying to inherit the money? Like, it's one of those things where it's just like, they hinted at so much, and I get the reasoning though, where it's like he's been through so much, it's worse than. How is it worse? It's like he lost his sister, but he has family left. He has nobody. He lost his parents, and I'm just like, that makes no sense. That him just thinking she got killed by a monster and turned into a snack is worse. Is better than him finding out that like, yeah, she was kept captive, but still got food and had a kid, and you have family, you have your bloodline.
It's like there would have to have been a portion of which he like has that revelation, has to do the mental, acceptance. It's like I would expect like an initial outburst, like probably like grown ass man just on the ground crying and knowing the truth that happened to his sister. Like that kind of shit would probably tug.
That could have been an arc.
Like if you seen that shit in the show, I probably would have been ugly crying on stream if I had seen that shit in the episodes.
And we could have had a good like 5-6 episode arc revolving around it, like when Hanto found out about Shoma.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I feel like the whole reveal of Granu Lakia to like Sachika was like too quick also. Because like she saw him helping. She's like, oh, he's helping people. He's a good guy. It's like, you were mad at him for 18 minutes. I was like, but I can't fault her. Her fits were so good this season. Her fits were good. So I was like, I can't blame her.
But then that's another thing, because we did get obviously the setup, the twinge of a relationship between Lakia and Sachika, only for that finale to play out with Sachika being stuck. I mean, well, with Lakia being stuck in the Granute realm after taking down a bulk of the doors, and then falling back into Granute society to be a bum. I wonder who was paying for his shack while he was away, or if he's just slumming it again.
We don't know how their economy works. We don't know. Maybe it's housing. Maybe
the new president, is just out here. Like
he owns it, and there's no property tax. There's no property tax there, probably. So he just owns it outright.
He was working at the quarry, like getting them rocks and them stones.
Yeah,
but I'm just like,
they're changed.
They're building a
Chizo at the end. He had the green one that they just gave him randomly 2 episodes before the finale that you didn't use.
But that's the thing. It's like they set up this relationship, and then there's not any like proper payoff to it. It's like in my mindset, it's like I really do think that they were probably going to end up doing something with the K like plot point and giving us a Granute human hybrid as the final boss that would end up relying on Shoma and technically the coalition of both Granutes and humans to take down essentially what would be another stronger, like a perfect Cell situation.
Superhuman. Oh no, that's what I was saying all the time. Also, the fact that there's still a clone of Shoma out there. I don't care when it says there's still one clone left. There were 2 when he was kidnapped. Lakia killed one of them. Where's the other one? Because only one showed up when Bake debuted. The other one was somewhere. We don't know where he was. I'm just saying, there's still a clone of Shoma out there.
Real quick. Blah blah something says, I really think that they should have brought back Amazing Gummy, since Longo always called him Red Gavv, and that form literally turns him red, so I feel it would have been more fitting to end like that. I mean, it would make sense. I mean, that definitely is a form that was made for a final fight. That's why I don't feel like the Longo fight was the proper final fight.
No. Can we talk about that form first? That henshin, the little lava, that air being so hot, it put the flames out like he was melting. I was like, that was so good. I wanted that form to come back. When I found out it was like one and done, I was like, right after the episode aired, I'm like, well, that's.
And I mean, they had no plans originally for this suit. Like they admitted they literally cobbled it together last minute.
Listen, the fact that they could put that together last minute, not just from like a suit standpoint, but just from putting it in the episode, how the henshin's gonna work, the fighting, everything else. I was like, if you could do that quality last minute, why is it when you have extended amount of time, we don't get that quality?
Talking about Evolity Live?
Listen.
Because that was another last minute addition that it was never meant to be there, and then they threw it in last minute.
The torso changed color.
And then also Kuragane for fucking Spanner, like second to last episode final form debut. Yeah, we just threw all this shit together.
I expect crap to come from that. Okay, I expected that from Gotchard. No, I still think it's funny. Like only a few of us pointed out the fact that the Velty Lives like stomach changed color.
Yeah,
like, no,
it's like they were doing
it's
After
obvious. How no
Effects
one
color
knows?
swap.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we didn't have enough time to fix the undersuit, so we just did it in post.
But even though that was, it's kind of crazy how one of like the best parts of towards the end of the show was just something that was thrown together. Because like I like that suit a lot. I like that red, and it did feel like a final form. But then they're like, no, it's an EX form. I'm like, don't make shit up. Then I got to deal with super forms, final forms. Now I have the EX form. I was like, fuck you. Like, stop making shit up.
How do I rank this in my next top 10?
Extra final form.
Yeah,
the gotcha
the
form.
Extra final form. It is
The
like,
final
dude, the fact that extra final form is an actual thing now, official. That Toei now lists forms for it. I'm like, remember when it was just regular, super, and final form? The good old days. Now it's super form, special forms, final form, extra final forms. Like,
but yeah, I do feel like they should have pulled a revise in the sake of having the last two episodes be like an epilogue, proper closer of the show. Because obviously, like in the sake of revise, 4 episodes before the show ended, they beat the big bad. We have that Juga arc that we don't talk about, but then those last 2 episodes happen.
Daddy.
But
no, we did. Well, see, the only thing I ever think about revise, and it sucks, is the slap, the coffin slap. That literally will randomly pop in my head, and I'll just chuckle to myself like, that was a good fucking slap.
It's not just that, but also when Sakura takes the gun from Daiji and slaps the Bluetooth off his face when she does that. God, Revise had some moments.
There's some good slaps. There was some good slaps.
Yep. That was.
We didn't get that this season. I'm sad.
No.
I'm sad. Glow the curse slap.
But yeah, I do feel that if they had done like the last 2 episodes being epilogue, if they did like write Longo out the show and just had 2 episodes of closure, it would have worked a lot better.
1 episode dedicated to Granite World, 1 episode to the human world. And that's literally one of the few things that's kind of annoying is like we talked about it constantly on the stream and also in Discord. I really want to know more about the Granite World. You learned their freaking language.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, I wanted more from it because there's something intriguing about, because it's not some people are calling it parallel universe. It's not a parallel universe. Okay. It's just another world. There's a gate to it. It's not universe because that means there would be another universe. Like it's universes, that stuff's very easy to mess up, but it's like, it's tough to kind of get invested in a lot of stuff. Like the president as a character, yes, but like everything else, he's running this empire. Why? Who are getting these dark confections? How are they controlling people? Is this general public? Is it like under the table, like drug deals? Like, why would the president all of a sudden be like? Wouldn't there be outrage against a president who's peddling drugs? Like, there's so much to it.
Yeah,
like,
if we could have gotten an unrated version of like what they're doing, like a Breaking Bad Narcos type situation, I think that would have made for some peak viewing. If we ended up getting
type deal, Sicario, where they're just going in as like DEA going into like drug bust the Granite World, and you're just like, but at the same time, this would be stuff like adults would want. It's like, so I kind of have to like switch.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's a show that they admitted that originally like there were some parents having some feelings about it being too dark for the kids. It's like, all right, cool. Then take some of those dark undertones and in some cases overtones, and just make it a side content special thing that would like run concurrent with the show to be able to do all that. Kids. Yeah, Veil definitely was not for kids.
No. But it's also one of the things where it's like, I don't fault them for wanting to make that change. Like the annoyance. I mean, let's face it. The first multiple Granites Shoma destroyed, he literally threatened to kill them if they didn't stop. He's like, "You stop, I'm gonna kill you right now." And I'm like, I like this. I like this guy. Now suddenly, and also the fights weren't happening at night as much. It wasn't as dark and gritty. I was like, I get it. It's still a kid's show. I get you want to drag some stuff out that's going to be lighthearted and add some stuff in, making Dente more of a comedy character, this and that. Like, I feel like Sachika's character was supposed to be the same the whole time. I'm glad if the production notes say that she was going to be a Kamen Rider and they chose not to, I'm gonna be so happy. That's the thing I'll applaud them for.
For me, it's more of I think that the initial signs. I mean, if you go back to those early episodes, they looked like they were trying to build something between Lakia and Lango to give him that first debut, like his first appearance in the human world, and then they kind of like brushed it aside until like he made his appearance back again, and then. Course they ended up like I feel like if there was someone to make I guess Longo understand whatever the fuck they were trying to tell with Shoma's dad's storyline, it would have been a Sachika subplot that we just never got.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I think Sachika's character was
her entire thing was she wanted to help people, right? So if she found Longo and tried to understand him a little bit and tried to explain her type scenario that
would have led to a redemption.
It could have, or would have led to a self-sacrifice. Actually, self-sacrifice redemption is probably the best redemption anyway. When you've been a dick long enough, the best way to go out is a sacrificial redemption.
Or he kills her. That's
yeah. It's just like I should do the whole time.
Can't help everyone.
Yeah. And once again, blah blah something. Let's see. This just came to my head, but why did Godchard get a director's cut immediately, but there hasn't been an announcement for a Gavv director's cut? I just don't think that there was anything properly planned out. There was nothing left in the tank. I don't think they told the story that they were planning to tell, and they were working with the most of what they could. So there's nothing additional that they could throw in without it seeming very odd. And even then, the director's cuts that we ended up getting for things like Godchard and King Oger added a couple of minutes just to make some transitions work better and some other details work in. Were they essential viewing? No. I mean, I would say for King Oger, for the most part, it made the flows of the last 3 episodes work better, along with some additional things just being thrown in there. But Godchard's it was completely unnecessary.
Yeah, no, it was. And I mean, Godchard, it's like, oh, this is not good. Let's read the director's cut. Maybe people think it's better.
Do I think Junko is a good writer? Yes. The problem that I have a lot of the times is you see the best of a writer's work when they're working, without, unchained, when they get to just do what they want to do.
Jar.
And for Gavu, we got that the first 20-something episodes because we know that they were
26, I think
when they were filming well ahead of time in terms of what we got. And I think we can all agree that the show was amazing, 100% throughout that initial run of episodes. And then you could start seeing the seams start to come apart a little bit. And that's when you start getting the studio interference. It's like there's different writing styles for several of the people that work in Toei. And I know one of the ones that comes to mind recently, because someone did a whole video essay on it. I haven't seen it. But it's regarding Godchard's writers. And I even got some heat on my Gozuger video because I mentioned one of Godchard's co-writers being involved in some of the Gozuger episodes. Only 2 so far. But yeah, there's a lot of disdain towards some of these writers, and I'm just like, you're only as good as what you have thrown at you and how good you are in terms of dealing with your studio mandates. You can have someone who literally doesn't give a fuck about studio mandates like Toshiki Inoue, because he's just like, bro, my dad worked for this company. I work for this company. I've been here longer than the majority of y'all have. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And y'all just got to accept it. Oh, you want to sell this short toy? I'll throw it in there and make it make no sense. But I'm going to throw it in there because you told me to. So I'm agreeing to those terms of our contract, but I'm still doing my own fucking thing. And that's how Inoue does it. While some others will literally bend the knee in terms of try to cohesively intertwine what the studio wants them to do into there with it not working out. So it does vary. So it's like,
Really
yes,
quick,
Junko is a
just
good writer. It's
sidebar.
just,
So there
you can see when
was
something's- what's going on?
there was an event for WizKids. They just did something called the Alliance Open House. They just announced that HeroClix and MMPR are collaborating. That was just announced.
What's HeroClix?
Yeah, what is HeroClix?
I'm old.
HeroClix, those little okay. HeroClix, Marvel and the I'm older. This is like
I'm
this
old
is
and
older.
Australian. We didn't
So
get
this
everything.
is like when I was a teenager. That's true. Yeah, you guys are like Canada. So basically they were like little figures, and you would play like Warhammer almost, and you would turn the dial when they would take damage and this and that, and you would roll dice. So it was like Warhammer without the painting. And they had Marvel, had a lot of them. They still make them a lot. It's some people are mentioning because this means that like Renegade Studios apparently lost their license, so they're not doing any more of that Power Ranger board, and this is why, because now it's HeroClix is getting it.
That would make sense.
So it just popped up on my feed like 20 minutes ago. So I was like, and I just looked up what the event was, and it's like kind of one of those like industry events for like board games and stuff, and they were doing an Alliance open house about it, and they just announced it. So I was like, hey, guess what? More MMPR stuff, everybody.
Yippee!
All right, now back to Gavv.
Hasbro's just licensing everybody. Yeah, that's just a sidebar.
So yeah, there was a lot of potential.
That I actually like the finale. Am I the only one who liked the finale and like how the closure that we?
Yeah, I mean in general,
like I'm still mad about the uncle, but
I didn't feel closure, and I just felt like it just. When I was talking to with a couple of the guys earlier, Orb described it best. It felt like you're playing Uma Musume. You're right before the URA finals. You do a bad training, and suddenly your horse girl goes from great to awful with a migraine. And then you spend the entire time. It's like you get to the finale, but then you got to retire her because she keeps failing her race. It's like, no, we had such a good run. We did all the perfect trainings. Everything was here. And then you just failed on a fucking 33% stat.
I failed on a 3% 5 with 3 rainbow. Okay. Let's not. I don't know. I think I agree that some of it, like when people are saying it feels rushed and this and that, but I have to look at the series as a whole. Yes. I think if I binge it from episode 1 to 50 in a span of like a couple days, like when I have like my vacation time and this and that, I'll be able to pinpoint when Toei started to step in and change stuff. But I do think from a Reiwa standpoint, it's the best we've gotten in Reiwa. It's easily my rank number 1 in Reiwa. Like, I enjoyed the show. I think from like it's probably in my top 10. At first I was thinking top 5, but then I kind of like settled down after like the post Gochizo clarity, and I was like, no, I don't think it's top 5. It's not going to push Wizard out of my top 5, but it's a solid show. I think even with some of the issues, it was still consistent enough when it needed to be. Like, my only 2 main complaints are I want to know more about the Granite World for sure, and then K on the computer screen. Like, those are 2. I consider the K thing a major plot hole, because why are you zooming on that screen in more?
Exactly. It's like they're literally trying to allude to something that we just ended up never getting, and it's just like, wow, that's it's a cock tease if there ever was one.
Yeah. And from what I read, I really want to see that summer movie so much. Like that villain. First time we get a villain rider with a who gets a final form. Like.
Is there a trailer out for the summer movie or just the poster?
Oh, no, there's been trailers.
The movie's been out anyway. It's just
no, sorry, the V Cinema.
The V Cinema, there's
the
a trailer
cinema
for it.
Yeah.
But there's also the final stage.
No, Droopy said it. I think they took it safe mode. Like, no, they definitely were playing it safe. Gavv better than I don't know about Gavv better than Wizard. Like, that's debatable. I mean, I put Gavv at 6.
I mean, tomorrow morning after I get rested up and stuff like that from all my like binge of editing for that Gozuja video, I'm gonna rewatch the last 10 episodes again because those are the episodes that I'm left having to do a formal review on. Is those last 10? So I'm gonna binge them all. See how the narrative structure works on the binge model versus going from the week to week and then the post stream discussion and see how that flows. Because it could influence some things, but we'll see. So I'm not ready to give my final stance on things until I go through all of that yet. Because I can tell you my feelings right now, having sat on it for about a week. My immediate reaction after like the episode aired, and after I watched the first episode, was I think 01 still the better for Reiwa for me, like overall, because even the ending I enjoy, and this is not counting the supplemental content. I'm gonna say the supplemental content.
What's
plays
supplemental
plays
content?
zero influence
that doesn't sound familiar.
into that.
That doesn't sound familiar. There was no supplemental content. What are you talking about?
So just strictly talking from a show standpoint, like I came out feeling like, all right, 01 still my number one, and this would be my number 2 show. Like that's how I was feeling. Now I'm not sure. I got to look back at some of the other episodes and see where the highest of highs was for this show compared to the highest of highs in 01 versus lowest of lows, that kind of thing to fully decide.
I kind of wish I was caught up before the finale and I didn't binge, because I binged 48, 49, and 50 all in one sitting. And I think that kind of ruined 50 for me, especially after 48. And I think if I had that 1 week break between each one of those episodes, I feel like I would have probably been like, oh man, this is, but it's like you binge those 3 episodes, even add 47 into it, and you're just like, you kind of blew your load a little premature with 47 and 48. But if I had that week in between, because you already think about it, that's 3 weeks. If I had actually been caught up in that time frame, I probably would have had a better outlook. Because I filmed my video right after I finished episode 50. And I was just like, okay. And I don't take back anything. I do enjoy the show. I still think, for me personally, it's the best Reiwa season. My biasness for like Saber aside, because Saber was just the forms, the gimmick, everything. But this, I didn't mind. Like, that's why I haven't done an overall series review for it yet, because I was like, let me just talk about these 4 episodes. And I was like, I even said, I was like, I binged them all. I wish I didn't. I really did. Because it's rough. Because
I feel the same. So I kind of wish I caught up to watching it weekly as well.
Right. Because that's why I think Saber's ending so much, is because I was current every week. I didn't wait. Whereas Gavu, I waited. And I don't think I would be as harsh for that. Like, I still really enjoyed the ending. Like I said, that Longo fight with Shoma was really good. When you cut out the roller coaster to right before he rips off the wing, really good fight. Because we've had the form montage too many times in the fights. We didn't need another form montage. And I felt like that was waste of real estate, because Ash said there was 3 fights. I say there's 2.5, because Lakia fought some agents. Yeah, it was a lot of agents, and the fighting was good because it was such a narrow area where they're fighting. CG. But yes, the siege. But the fight with Hanto and Jeep and Lizelle was the better of the 3 fights and more entertaining. Like, I was like, he's actually beating some ass right now. I was like, that's my Hanto who was like 2-7.
Oh yeah, no, the man started catching strays. Like, wait,
he got beat by Glota in her human form. Okay, like, yes, it was a good form. Yeah, she was on the couch. Yeah, she was doing the leg thing. Like, okay, I get it. Like, but it was nice, and I was like, I think that was the better of the fights, because there was kind of more. I feel like there was more emotion in the finale of that fight and post fight than there was with like Shoma and Longo. Like, you had Jeep seeing Sheeta and this and that. Then you get the whole Lizelle being like, now she's fully alone, and and then the coldness of freaking Hanto just like dehensioning of looking and just being like, all right, and he just goes and pushes the pressed humans away, and I'm like, damn, he didn't even use a one-liner when he walked away. He just like, oh yeah, you're sad, you're crying, this is good, I like that. And he was the best actor on the show. He had some of the best acting scenes. Like, that man acted his ass off in this.
Oh no,
this series.
absolutely. I will say this, even though he be catching L's all the time, he's not at the level of like a Spanner or a Daiji in terms of like a useless character. No, Hanto was a very well developed character. I still he used his brains more often than not, but he definitely let his emotions get the better of him as the show progressed. Like, he did get very hot-headed and was blind to the truth, or refused to accept the truth in some instances, and it led to some of like really bad plot points, like obviously the entire Shoma just being sad for like 7 episodes just because he couldn't take the revelation, even though he was just like, I'm fine, but I'm not really fine, but I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, it's also one of those things where it's like,
is Gavv still better than Gacha?
Episode 1 is better than the whole episode. No, let's not.
At this point, look,
Gacho's at the bottom of my Reiwa rankings.
It's like, that show was a waste of real estate. That was, I want my year back on that one.
About Hanto's actor, because he acted so good in that. Whatever BL movie he gets put in after this show, because the common writer to BL pipeline, he's gonna win an award for whatever acting he does in that. Like, because I was like, this is the level of acting you don't usually see in Kamen Rider from a secondary. Like, he carried a lot of stuff, and yes, like that's why I'm like want to binge from start to finish, because I'm wondering how dragged out that Shoma sad boy arc really feels when you're binging it. Because that felt like a drag watching.
Because that was what, almost 2 months when we were watching it in real time. Dealing with that,
like 7 episodes.
That's the thing. It's like, wow, can this end already? Can this man stop being sad?
And I was just like, not to get too far, someone asked, I'm trying to find it. Someone asked, like, what would be our final Reiwa rankings?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's currently a toss-up for me for 1 and 2 between 0, 1, and Gavu. Currently a toss-up. Gachard's obviously at the very bottom.
Yeah,
like
100%.
There's a 0.
It's the bottom for Ash. He didn't even finish it. He didn't even finish the series. He's like, this is so bad, I don't even need to finish it. He's like, I don't need. I'll spoil it for you. It's trash. They henshin, they fight. It's stupid. Music kind of slaps a bit though, but that's about it.
No, I remember the music slapping a little bit in Gavv, Gotchard.
And then I know, Mark, you're not gonna like this answer, but I'm gonna put Saber right above Gotchard, even though I enjoyed the middle portion. I enjoyed the middle, and once again, we're not judging the supplemental content.
No. I know. Well, listen.
Saber took way too long introducing all of the characters. They spent 20-something episodes just, here's new character this week. Here's another new character this week. Here's another new character this week.
Well, like, I never said your explanation, all the points you bring up, I've said it when we've been on VC chat. Valid, perfect sense. I don't disagree with them. I'm just a little more lenient with Saber because of the filming conditions and the forms. And it was the first time I watched Kamen Rider week to week since, I think, Ghost Wizard, maybe. Like, I hadn't watched Kamen Rider week to week in years. Whatever was before Zeo, because I tried watching Zeo, then I was like, what is this hot, like, steaming pile of ass? Like, this is trash. Why are you retconning Blade, assholes? After Blade had such a good showing, beating the brakes off a decade. He deserved it.
And then so Saber to me is like it's like the finest burger on the shittiest bread, like the worst bread ever. Like that middle portion is so good, but then it's just like if you remove the bread, it's probably amazing.
Wouldn't you rank it higher then, since you don't eat bread?
In this case, it's like well, then I would have to ignore. I would have to ignore half the show. I would literally have to say like, you know, these final episodes don't count. These first episodes don't count. I just jump in like I'm watching Superman 2025 and I'm in the middle of a show and I'm just expected to know everything. And I'm like,
let's talk about that fucking movie, okay? That movie, freaking Guy Gardner is a piece of shit. Hate that guy so much. Anytime I could slander Guy Gardner as a character, I will. Anytime.
Now the thing is, it's like so. The thing is, just like
you have Geets and Revice now.
Yeah, so I have a love-hate relationship with both of these shows, with both Geets and Revice. And like, obviously, when I first started YouTube, Revice was the show that was airing on there, and I will still pertain that it probably still has the highest of highs of episodes out of all of Reiwa for me. That's the thing. It's like nothing beats episode 25 and 42 of Revice, hands down. Like in my brain, those episodes are implanted. That is the Veil episode, and then the Veil Deathstream fight. Those two episodes are the best thing in Reiwa. So it's just like those hands down. Amazing episodes.
16 episodes of Geets.
But then there's everything else that happened in Revice, and I did have like the lowest of lows. So depending on the mood that I'm in, it's like sometimes Revice is above Geets, sometimes Geets is above Revice. Geets had fantastic 10 out of 10 first arc. I would say the only thing that dropped the ball was when Ace got eliminated from the game and they brought him back the next episode.
Yeah. The whole disaster arc, honestly, was just...
And yeah, so
how is Kekra eating the oranges? How the hell is Kekra eating the oranges? That's I will never like that is the biggest plot hole. It's a frog statue. How is a frog statue gonna eat a bowl of oranges? Oh, I locked my wife out.
They were avatars. No, so Gates is one of those of like, you know, everyone got invested in it. Everybody that I know got invested in that show because it was so good. But that's the thing. It's like as it kept going on, it got too pretentious, and it really just felt like it was like just trying to do too much or trying to feel like it was a show that was trying to outsmart its viewership.
They were trying to reality was too much.
And that's the thing. It's like the show definitely like just tried being more than it should have been, and they floundered the bit. Especially trying to handle multi styles of reality shows for the format of things. It was an interesting gimmick once it got revealed, because I will say, like, the revelation that we got in that episode when they showed, hey, we've been filming you the whole time. And then that was how we ended that year. And then we had to wait, obviously, for the following year, like, you know, a little 2-week break. And then we came back to it. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, that's how you stop an arc, like that shit right there. And then the arc that came afterwards was like
stuff
shit
and Jamato stuff and
so it's like like I feel the reason why a lot of folks like flame on Geets is because we loved it, but then it made us mad with the way that it continued because we got so invested in it that we were looking at every single thing. We were over analyzing a lot of things, and it's been a while since that's probably going to be one of those shows for me as well, where I get too committed to like all the set pieces.
It was a competition, and so it's like, okay, who's sneaky? Who's doing this? Like when they were doing the whole like fake card things, and you thought like Nago was like cheating and this that. It's like, what is really going on? Is she that is that like disaster arc was trash, but we were talking about it like who is like
exactly
like, and it worked. So I agree with that. Like those, because Revice is high is like but like if we, because not factoring in supplemental content, because if we could, Revice takes it because like Revice Legacy instantly. That would actually be number one just because of that supplemental content. But then you got Dear Gaga, so then you got to factor that in too. And it's like, did they need that?
So yeah, it's that it really depends on the mood, because it's like sometimes it's like I will go to Revice for some really good feel good moments, because once again it's like if I every Father's Day on Twitch I am playing episode 42 of Revice. Like Garrett, that is now a staple for Father's Day. Is like we gotta watch that episode. It is essential viewing on Father's Day. Genta is like the best character in Reiwa, hands down.
I don't know, Mama Igarashi making that dumpling curry though, that family special curry. I was like,
but in the summer movie, she pulled out an angel out of her ass.
Listen, we're not factoring in supplemental content. You said. Plus, I never saw that movie.
You should. You fucking be like, what the fuck is that ending?
I didn't. There's a lot of supplemental.
Oh my god, it is just a fucking warpath going on over there.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. I would say my 1 and 2s will probably flip flop here and there, and my 3s and 4s will probably flip flop regarding that. But then my bottom 2 are kind of like firmed down for the time being. It's still going to be Saber and then Gotchard.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. So obviously Gotchard's last for me. I have no surprise. I'm torn on like. So I know honestly, I'm gonna get Gavu's number 1 because, but it might be like the goggles of new thing just ended, but
yeah, recency bias is a thing. We obviously know that.
So. It is, but like it's one of those things where it's like it still was consistent enough for me, and I think, even us talking about it pseudo every week. Sometimes we have weeks off, but that's not. It's like. I enjoyed it more consistently from start to finish than any of the other ones. I'm gonna put Saber. No, Saber can't be 2. I want it to be, but like there's biasness to it. But I have to think objectively of an enjoyment and rewatching. I would honestly put Revice at 2.
Okay.
Because I had a lot of fun. It was realistically the first show I actually covered from start to finish. Saber I kind of jumped in towards like halfway point. I don't know. I did talk about from the beginning, but not as in depth as I was doing later on. I was doing reactions during Saber.
I mean, I'll agree. That's for the reason why Revice has a special place in my heart. That's like started my YouTube life. So
yeah, I'm gonna put honestly, I'll put Saber at 3. But it's tied with Geets. They're both like sharing that spot because, like you said, Geets had great moments. And honestly, there's more iconic moments in Geets, like when Geets 9 stops the OP. Like
that is still probably my favorite Final Form debut.
Yes,
because of that. Like
easily.
That is still.
And then even Bujin Sword's debut and him just beating the brakes off of Buffa. Like I was like, that was good. I mean, and also the leading up to it with him in the rain. Sister's dead. You see the shadow silhouette of that form behind him during a lightning shot. I was like, there's a lot of exposition shots in that show that worked. I think it just they try, like I said, they put too much story in it and they tried too hard, and they could have just like my college professor always said, KISS, keep it simple and stupid. Don't overcomplicate things, and that they try with Geets. So. But Geets will be tied with Saber because Saber is I'm gonna bias towards it because I feel like being in quarantine is what got me back into Kamen Rider. So it's like kind of thing. It's like that. There's like that soft spot for this show, and then 0-1 then Gotchard. 0-1. A lot of good forms, but I just didn't really. Honestly, I just didn't care for it. It's a good show, but. Vulcan carried it. Like his first henshin when he ripped apart the progress key and this and that, like punching the bullet, all this stuff was really cool. I was like, man, I like this. Him trying not to laugh at the jokes and turning away. I was like, their dynamic was great. Just overall, that show was, I don't know. It wasn't memorable to me.
Well, the thing for me in terms of 01 that I would say my favorite arc from the show seems to be a lot of people's least favorite arc of the show, and that's when they actually had like the company competition between
Oh,
Guy's
okay.
company and Hedon, and obviously Aruto lost the company, and they literally play it out in that sense, and I was just like, when that moment happened, I'm like, this is amazing. Like I still remember the ending of that episode. I was just like, bro, that man lost it all. Oh, this is and that's when I didn't have any social media interactions or anything like that. I was just watching it on my own, and I was just like, this is going places. This is how you make a villain a fucking dick.
Is
Like,
is that the same episode when he like makes him hand over the company and his first
Yes,
order that
yes.
to kill Ethan? Oh, I was panicking watching that.
I was just like, God, I love me a good villain, and Guy was just out here, just like, I was feasting.
I should rewatch
feasting.
it. I haven't watched it since it aired, and I have the Blu-ray. I haven't rewatched the show since it aired.
But the thing
I
is,
feel
it's
like maybe if I rewatch it, I might change things.
That's the thing. So when I went on like social media, like when I first started off on YouTube and shit, want to see like what other people were thinking about it. That ended up being the arc that was like poorly received by a lot of the folks online. And I'm just like, the fuck? What are you? That was peak drama.
Same thing. Do you watch the same thing?
Exactly.
Well, okay, I noticed a lot of people. I don't know if it's changed because I don't know about you, Ash. Zio doesn't use X anymore.
I completely deleted.
I kind of have remolded my whole algorithm, so I don't see a lot of Toku's opinions on there anymore. So I feel like a lot of when I was seeing like when 01 was airing into Saber and this and that, I noticed a trend where a lot of people don't care for the overly dramatic drama side when it's put in these shows. They want forms, they want the action with the comedy, or they just are single focus on why isn't this character a rider? Make this female rider. We want a female rider, because that's still going on again even now with Zetsu. And it's like, you just want one there just to like, do you want some story? Do you want some drama?
Yeah.
Like, I like the drama side of things. That's why I enjoy the stuff. That's why, if I wanted just action and like this, I'd watch a shonen anime. But no, I don't. I watch a lot more dramas than anything. I like that build up, the tension, and then especially when it ends on a cliffhanger, then it's like, all right, you got me hooked. I can't wait till 7 more days when I get to see, what's going to happen next. Whereas if you get a shonen, it's like, okay, I can't wait to see the rest of this fight. And that's what a lot of people want. They just want the action side of it, and their personal biases are not to be shown in the show, instead of being like, I want drama. I'm hoping Zetsu has a lot of drama in it. I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I'm knowing how Takahashi does his shit. Like, because once again, it's like 01 having that moment. That's a Takahashi show. It's just like, I'm expecting those moments to be there. It's just, is it going to last? And when is he going to start getting too deep in his storytelling that he can't wrap up the plot points? That's my concerns with Zeztz before we even started, is just how deep is he going to make the rabbit hole before he's just like, well, I ain't going to fill in this hole. We're just going to keep going. It's like, but the show ends tomorrow. Ah, well.
You give me a visa, am I right?
It's like the same time next year. It's just like, all right, let's see how they wrap up this plot point. Oh, they don't. Okay. But Ash, what's your? How would you stack up the Reiwa seasons?
So like 01 was the first one I started watching like weekly, but I like what marks in maybe recency bias like towards Gavv, but I'm gonna have to like rewatch it from the start to finish. So I'm like Gavv, maybe Gate 01, Revice, like Saber, and then Gotchard at the bottom.
I will say 01 is a show.
Not sweeping.
I will say that that 01 is not a bingeable show. The only reason why is because you will notice when COVID hit. You will definitely notice when COVID hit.
Because it's right before the final arc, isn't it?
So they had a little bit of a lull period where they shut down production. Then they gave us a weird recap episode, and then they come back, and then you can tell some of the actors have definitely just been sitting at home for a while because they put on a little weight, and you can just see it in their face. It's just like, wow. It's like, okay. And it's like you've just been stuck at home. It makes sense. It's like it's kind of jarring. Yeah, so it works better when you're watching it weekly or you're taking some time between the episodes. But if you're binging it, it's like you're definitely gonna tell when COVID hit that show. You will definitely tell.
Yeah, like I said, it's noticeable. Like I said, like as much as I will love Saber, I can't put it as number one. It's a great show, but it's like you can see when abruptly in the next episode characters aren't there, and you're like, but you left on a situation like what? It's one of those things where I'm like, and I was gonna do because every year I do a 1 year later for the previous show. When I did the Saber one, I was like, I kind of feel like honestly they should have just for the first time ever given us a break from Kamen Rider until it blowed over, so you can actually give the show because between the show ending and when I did 1 year later, I read all the production stuff that was supposed to happen. I was like, yeah, this show, it should have just been on hiatus filming, so you could have gave us the show you wanted to present, not just, hey, you have a show at least.
And you know what? I agree. I think a lot of productions should have taken a little bit of a break, recouped their losses in terms of trying to make things work.
They could have just did some anniversary merch for shows, you know? They could have, because you figure if they didn't like film a show, they could have just gave us anniversary merch for stuff, and you wouldn't be spending money on a show, so you're saving money.
And I think during a global lockdown in a lot of places, I think everyone would have been forgiving the fact that they weren't going to get shit for that year. Like, it was like, all right, the show's on break for you. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, obviously we're gonna wait, and they're gonna reevaluate things like that. Because I mean, they would have had what was it? Was it Cure Major that was airing at the time as well?
Yeah, because the Red Ranger got
So they would have just had that running, a little bit for a few months until that ended off, and then they've been like, look, sorry, we got nothing for like 6 months to suit you over, but we got to take precautions here. But that's a different timeline.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say thank you, Starlix. The attached caliber is ugly. I hated that weapon in 01 so much. That was gross. I didn't like that. One of my least favorite weapons in Reiwa. This didn't look. It was like just a big elongated triangle. Ugh, it's gross. Hate it.
Cool. So, any other thoughts we got in here? I mean, we managed to talk about the show for a good bit, along with just general Reiwa in general.
And 54 people still watching.
That's shocking. But
it says 54 on Talk Studio. I don't know what's going on.
It does say that on Talk Studio for me. So
yeah. So I'm gonna say, chat. What's your favorite and least favorite Reiwa seasons? You don't have to rank them all, but I'm just curious what chat thinks.
Best and worst,
it's okay. We all know Gotchard's worse, so you guys can just say your best.
We can agree on that portion. And the thing is, just like I do feel as time goes by, like there are some Gotchard defenders coming out of there, but they just haven't been giving us proper reasons on why.
Say, oh, you guys are too hard on the show. It's like, okay, tell us why it's good.
Yeah, exactly. And then even then, trying to use things like production notes as the explainer, it's like, okay, but was that in the show? No. Yeah. If it wasn't in the show,
that's why I don't judge it based on the production notes, because it's like, no, that wasn't what was.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why the production notes do more damage to the show than anything. It's like
that's why I don't know if I want to watch Gavv's.
If I was gonna go based off of the production notes, then Saber is peak. Like it is the number one show based off strictly the production notes. Saber is the number one show, only based
not even
off
Reiwa.
Of
not even Reiwa, just all time. That sounded like the show that would have been
concept,
like, what is
amazing.
I'm still hopeful and hanging out. It's like do it as an anime or a manga. Like,
maybe when they do a 10 years after, then they'll be like, here's us catching up on these characters.
it's all flashbacks. It's all flashbacks of what was supposed to be in the show. It's like, I don't remember that happening. It's like, oh no, it did. Gavv opens a door and it's the universe where Saber didn't have production issues, and it's just everything that was done.
Let's see, lot of folks with Gavv as number 1.
Yeah,
once again, I still don't know if it's going to be recency bias or not. It's going to have to be one of those of like comparisons between some other shows, because I do feel like a lot of times when some shows end, they instantly jump up to people's like top queue because it's fresh on the mind.
01 Gavv and Revice are my favorites. Gotchard can burn in hell. Oh wait, Chester Greatman is trolling. He loves Gotchard. Revice or Gotchard is the worst? I don't feel like Revice favorite. Get that? All right. Like,
is production Saber King Odra before King Odra? Not really. Because I mean, a lot of folks that end up becoming writers within Saber themselves were not meant to be writers anyway, but they just obviously, because of the way the show got rewritten, they ended up shoehorning them into being writers for the sake of it. But it was essentially just going to be a power trip, a traveling tale of the strongest knight. And I would imagine that the Wonderworld would have looked nothing like just bubbles. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna find it because it's in one of my totes. I bought the book from freaking Saber, the pop-up book.
Let's see.
I have that.
So there are a lot of people bouncing between 01 and Gavv as their number ones.
Yeah.
Find out one person that puts Gotchard as number 1.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where are you hiding at?
And it's kind of funny because like I can see the appeal for 01 being a lot of people's favorite. Like, it's a solid show. But like, yes, you can see towards the last arc where, shit started hitting the fan with production issues. But it's like, I think for me, it was like a lot of the forms. Like, the base form is like so good. So good. I like Thouser debut Henshin, so good. But it's like,
I mean, 01 is also one of those shows that I had like,
yes, Gio.
Ideas and speculations on what could have been, but then it ended up never happening. Because I did find the fact that, Aruto's grandfather is a human, but then he was raised by human gears. And I was just like, is the plot twist going to be that he's some sort of advanced, like, human android? Like, we're going back to cyborgs? Are we returning back to the formula of Kamen Rider? And no, we never ended up getting that whatsoever. And I was just like, missed opportunity to go back to the original formula.
There's something I discovered when I was working on a script for a video, and I'm trying to find.
I'll take a quick poll, but I don't have a YouTube up. I just have Talk Studio, and I can't make a poll through Talk Studio. I wish I could.
I know, that'd be nice.
It's like a mod on YouTube would have to make a poll regarding like best in Reiwa and then worst in Reiwa, just so we can get those numbers. Let's see.
So I realized the actress who was in Blade, who played Amani-chan, the little girl, she was Usaka in Forze.
Oh.
I didn't realize that was the same actor because I was finally working on a Blade video going over like the novel, and then also giving me an excuse to shit on Zio and also like Bill Decade a bit, and because I actually bought a physical copy of the novel, so I was like, oh, I want to do content for this because I have so much Blade stuff, and also with the Blade Soto Chronicles coming out, I was gonna do a video, and I was looking up and I was like, I wonder what else they did, because I knew Mutsuki decided to retire from acting and worked in a noodle shop. But then I was just like, oh, I didn't know she continued to act in Kamen Rider stuff, because she showed up in Double also. And then she became, and I didn't know it was the same actress. She became another Blade in Decade, I believe. So I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Or no, Zio. Zio is where she became another Blade. So I was like, I didn't know it was the same actress because it was, you know, a 14-year time jump. And sometimes they recast, you know, actors and actresses.
Oh, we'll see how the Kabuto 20th goes next year.
Ooh.
I'm not. My wallet's not going to be ready for that merch, though. I can tell you that for a fact. All those Zectors, if they get CSMs for all the Zectors, I'm a fucking die.
Did you get your Clear Color 01?
No, they have not shipped that out yet. The only thing tokullectibles has shipped out to me has just been the Shoto phone, which it says I'll be getting on Tuesday. But
I'll get that in a week or so.
01, let me see. When did I make that order? Nope, that's Fies. Nope, that's what I physically bought in person. Nope, I bought that for cosplay. Yeah, it's still listed under pre-order for me. I forget which one did I get. Did I get the China one or did I get the Japan one? I got the China one. They didn't hit me up with an invoice to finish paying it off. Let me double check.
No, if there's any CSG stuff for Kabuto, it's over. Okay, it's over. I won't recover. Any CSM or CSG stuff, it's. I'm never gonna recover from the Blade ones.
Oh, they did hit me up for an invoice, but it's not that one. It's for my Metal Heroes B Fighter Black Commander and Jamming Magnum 30th anniversary set.
Oh, nice.
Oh crap! I gotta check. I think I might have my invoice for that then.
Yeah, it's usually at the start of every month they send you an invoice.
Yeah, it's the only invoice I gotten, so let me pay them that money real quick.
Actually, I haven't checked the new pre-orders in a while. Let's see if there's anything new.
Let me see if I paid my invoices for shit.
Does Zetsu Capsium for the cake or like the birthday cake already is up for pre-order already? Not doing it. Think I will, but I won't.
Did I see the news for the third Girls remix? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. No,
we don't need to discuss that.
I saw the poster and I was like, but why though?
Wait, Bandai didn't even announce this on
a couple of these girls are dead.
Website. The hell? Wow, Bandai didn't announce this on their website. Apparently, there's a Shoto Exceed Kuga and Tri-Chaser 2000 set coming out.
Can we talk about no Metal Heroes? Can we get a look? That's never going to happen. Toei went on the record several years back. I feel like it's been like over a decade ago, saying that essentially the components of Metal Heroes have fundamentally been built into a lot of the Kamen Rider shows in general. So they feel like it would be redundancy to make that franchise a thing again. After they said that, then they tried reviving it with the Gavv and the Shider, you know, thing with Deca Ranger and Q Ranger and all that stuff, and they failed. Yeah, so they Kikaider's not Metal Heroes. That's a different Ishinomori project. But because technically Metalder would be the Metal Heroes equivalent of Kikaider. So they haven't touched that one, but they
was it Kikaider or Metalder in Gaim?
It was. I'm thinking of Forze. No, Forze was Inazuman that they did. So they were tackling a bunch of different Ishinomori properties at the time.
No, it was Kikaider. It was Kikaider. I just looked it up.
Yeah, for a while they were just trying to revive different anniversary things. But I mean, the Kikaider reboot movie was indeed a pretty all right film. I would give them props. That was a pretty all right film. But I think the problem that they had with trying to reboot the Metal Heroes franchise as a passing of the torch story with just trying to do Gavv again was the fact that now it was tied into the Sentai universe as opposed to being its own thing. And this is the problem with Toei is they don't know how to expand the greater universe. Because every time they do so, it fucks up the last thing that they tried doing a shared universe on. It just doesn't work out for them. They don't know how to do a shared universe right. They've attempted it multiple times. Because, I mean, the whole split in the continuities, at least as far as like Kamen Rider is concerned, started with, you know, the start of Heisei. Because originally you could make an argument that the first couple of Heisei shows would have fit with the Showa continuity. But then after a while, it's just like, yeah, no, this won't make any sense. Yeah, technically, I would blame Blade. Yeah, you heard me, Mark. I would blame Blade.
Listen, I got an invoice for my Kamen Rider Shogi. I got an invoice for the Kamen Rider Shogi.
Oh yeah, I forgot he bought that.
Okay. Yeah, but the only reason why I blame Blade in terms of making the continuity of Heisei not work out was the fact that it gave us an origin story after Agito just gave us an origin story, and you've got conflicting origin stories now, so it doesn't work.
We can blame one character for that because he was writing a book about Kamen Rider.
So, yeah, and then you know, they killed off the continuity with Decade. Then they gave us Double and said, "Hey, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna make our writers work within continuity." And then by the time we got to Wizard, it's just like they changed different hands in the pot in terms of head writers. It was like, I don't want to keep this consistent plot line going. Fuck this shit. So yeah, it's like, yeah, Toei just can't do shared universe. They just can't do it. They can't they can't work out a good continuity tree versus Subaraya. They'll explain ahead of time if it's going to be something that's a different universe. But when they are working with a universe they've already been in, they will tell us as well, and they'll make sure to put in the plot seeds in there to make that show work with that universe that they're already living in. I wouldn't say that Toei is trying to be MCU, because if so, then they would have a creative fellow that would be in charge over the entire franchise.
Yeah.
Set out their roadmaps, and then they're the ones.
That's not the way I thought you were going with that. I was like, what would they be doing if they were like Marvel?
Oh, yeah, no. A Kevin Feige type figure.
Yeah. I mean, if hypothetically did, who could they
You know who they're going to default to? It's going to be Yuya Takahashi.
I know Takahashi. I know.
And guess what? It's like he's going to pull a James Gunn, and it's not going to be any other head writers. He's just going to be the writer of Kamen Rider until he croaks.
Yep.
And that would just be it. So it's like, yeah, maybe that wouldn't work out if we actually ended up getting a Kevin Feige like figure, because that, I feel, is their de facto person to go to. He just lives in the Toei basement, just like, y'all got any more scripts for me to write? Y'all got some more scripts?
Yes, we have a new one.
Just like out there, just like, here we go. Just like, it's like, all right, I'm done. What else you got? We got this mobile game called Ride Come. I'm on it. Here you go. You picked me for the next show. No, we're not putting you for the next show. Anniversary event. We got to have some. There's no anniversary. We'll make one.
Here's my ideas for something called Outsiders.
Outsiders. Once that's over, we're going Insiders, and then after that, we're going Outwarders, and then after that, Inwarders, and then the Subterraneans, and then.
Is that what Takahashi just does in the basement when he's not working on Rider series? He's just working on Outsiders, and he just sends his scripts up.
I feel like when he's not writing when he's not head writing a show, he's just still writing shows and just being like, here's your scripts for concepts. I hope you guys will prove it. I'm still on the employee stock purchase plan though, right? You better believe he's on that employee stock purchase plan.
Wait, is Ride Carmen's dead already, or is it just forgotten about?
It's okay. As someone who will never release the video, because honestly, it was so boring of a slog to get to the actual gotcha elements of it. You had to get through 10 chapters of visual novels, which each chapter had 10 sections. Each section had multiple chapters to it. It took me 5+ hours to get to part 6.
Could
I
you
was like,
skip
you know
them?
what? No, you cannot skip them.
Ooh, fuck that shit.
So I will tell you, I don't know if it's still going on. I can tell you, no one cares because Uma Musume.
That's
yes.
true.
Now imagine if they made a Rider
Actually-
Musume clone where essentially you're
It's actually closed. Bandai
it's-
actually 3 days ago, Ride Commons end of service notice was put out by
No
Bandai.
way.
Yep, here I'll put the link.
Wow.
Now I
Oh,
can
you're
do a
right.
full video talking about the rise and fall of the worst thing ever. Wow, okay. So everyone, I forgot this existed. How long did it last? 1 year and a half, I think.
Wow.
It's like, so that's enough. That's enough time for one season in a V Cinema / crossover movie.
Hold on, let me
It's
copy
like Ride
image and
Commons
run it through
truly
the
is a part of the
translator.
Rider franchise.
Translate.
Oh, they're releasing an offline version of it. That's just the story stuff.
Okay. So they're Kingdom Hearts cross-reading it, whatever it's called.
That is great. I didn't know it's been a year and a half, dude. I have a folder
I forgot about it.
That's got like 11 hours of footage, the full doc of the script for the video, some of the stuff I already was talking about, like I already filmed for it, and I was just like, even it's bad when I'm bored going through the footage, like I don't want to talk about this. Like,
All right, let me
the good thing is if they make an offline mode for it, that means it can be translated. So if we get a full
so here's the notice. We regret to inform you that Ride comes. Juvenile joke, but shit. We'll be terminating its service on the date and time listed below, October 31st, 2025. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to all for your continued patronage. We also deeply apologize for the sudden announcement of this matter.
I'm going to release my Ride Commons video on October 31st. I'm going to finish
there you go. Your Halloween one is that one.
Yep. Like, the visual novel side and the story was actually really intriguing, but if you don't have this break in like visual novel to like some gameplay, which is like the only thing I can think of is like Digimon Survive. I think Digimon Survive is one of the best Digimon games ever made, but I like that style of like Final Fantasy Tactics, but I also like visual novels. I think the balance of visual novels to gameplay was imbalanced.
Well, the way that this looks,
was just all visual novel.
It reminds me of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which for those people that don't know, it was a Fire Emblem Shin Megami Tensei crossover, and I actually heavily enjoyed that game. Completely underrated game.
I need another one.
But yeah, it's like this reminds me of like if they had just taken that concept and just done that.
Oh, it would have worked 100%. Now I want to play Tokyo Mirage Sessions again, and I want to.
I do. I rebought it on the Switch and never touched it, even though I completely 100%ed it on the Wii U.
I never played it.
I bought the collector's edition on the Wii U. That's how much I cared.
Wow. I never played the Wii U one because I only had what was that one? Zombie U. That was the only game I owned. But I did get the Tokyo Mirage Session FE on the regular Switch, and that was such a good game. I might play that again.
Let me dig through my collections.
But yeah, this game was a slog. If you want the APK, Ash, I can send it.
I have all my collector's edition.
No.
A single stack. So
wait, for Tokyo Mirage Sessions or Riders?
No, Ride Commons.
Oh, okay, no, yeah, Tokyo Mirage Sessions. It's only $55 pre-owned in Australia. It's not too bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. The thing is, like, some people will get turned off a little bit by the combat mechanics of Tokyo Mirage Sessions, but I went in expecting like Persona S, Shin Megami Tensei things, I left out feeling like I was playing through Macross. Like that's how it went. I was just like, oh my god, we out here doing concerts in the fights. Oh, and there are some tokusatsu references in there as well, because one of the characters, good shit, good shit.
Wait, did you end up watching K-pop Demon Hunters in the end, or
No, I still never watched
The
it.
what?
you said you never watched K-pop Demon Hunters?
I haven't.
Yeah, because I just
It's good.
refused.
It's peak.
No, I
I
want
mean,
to.
it suffers from like a lot of editing stuff, but
Too many people overhyping it. Like I said, like the wife and kid have seen it. They've seen it multiple times. I've heard some of the songs play up. I've seen the meme.
they get stuck in your head. They get stuck in your head.
But I don't care.
We'll get him next time.
He's waiting for K-pop Ride Commons or Commons to be released.
Ride K-pops.
Yeah. K-pops.
See, look, I'm not the only one that hasn't watched it. See, I've only seen bits and pieces as I've walked past them watching it in the living room, and I'm like, oh, you guys are watching this again. Okay, cool. Let's go. All right, so that Ride Commons announcement literally, threw in some extra things in there, but I think that's about it, right?
It's a good way to give a good memorial as we end the stream.
Yeah, I guess. Let's remember a game that none of us will likely have ever played, and the fact that obviously they weren't catering towards a Western audience. You could try again.
It's. I will say, if the offline does get released and people are going to release English translated ones, it's worth it for the story. It's a really intriguing world. I don't remember much from the story. I do remember that was the only thing keeping me going was like, okay, this got me kind of hooked. Like, what's going to happen next?
And at that point, why don't they just release a manga?
I remember they released the ring, the Henshin ring. Like, they were releasing merch for it. I don't know.
They were releasing some merch for it, but I'm like, if it was all about the story, why not just release a manga?
My thing is, if you're going to release a visual novel and this and that, like, there's so many that get released on Steam and the Switch. Why didn't they do that? They should have went that route, because we're starved for Toku video games that aren't Kaiju Monster Rancher and then Shin Kamen Rider Rumble. Other than that, we haven't had a Sentai game since Lupat. We haven't had Ultraman game since RB.
Now, on a second. Didn't you hear Super Robot Wars Y is featuring Kamen Rider's Skull and Double from the hit anime movie
which just came out, but
not from the tokusatsu, from the hit anime film.
No. The hit Japanese anime film, by the way.
Yes.
But that's DLC. That's not a game dedicated to that IP. Because before we got the Shin Kamen Rider Rumble, we had Kamen Rider Scramble, and then one of the Dynasty Warrior ripoffs, and then it was the X-Aid one on the 3DS. Like, we haven't gotten any good, we haven't gotten any, Kamen Rider or Super Sentai games proper in a long time. And it's like, I feel like even a visual novel, it would have at least been something, and people would have played it. But
I don't know. It's just weird that they've got this contract with Bandai Namco, who obviously was the ones making the games back in the day, and they haven't churned out a thing in ages.
I was thinking about it. So I've been playing, when Dynasty Warriors Origins came out, I was playing Dynasty Warriors Abyss. And remember, I was like, oh, this game is good, rogue, this and that. The visual style and the cost to make that, they could have gave us a Kamen Rider one like that. They could have gave us a lot of stuff. And I'm just like, eventually we'll get a video game. Eventually. In the meantime, we'll all just play Rita's Rewind.
Yeah.
I think the issue that we ran into the video games was that they were too reliant on using the Climax Heroes models from the PS2 era for almost 10 years.
And yes, I avoided Memory of Heroes, bringing that up for tech reasons of that game not working properly, even though it got a PS5 patch, which actually made it run pretty freaking smooth.
I played my version it was one of the games that I play tested on the Switch too. And I was like, oh, look at that. It still looks like ass though.
Oh no, they fixed the frames with it on the PS5 and this and that, but they didn't like the visual. It's still the same as the PS4.
When you play the Switch version on the Switch 2, it definitely has like unlocked frame rate, but it still looks like shit. So, all right, that's it. We made it close to the 3-hour mark. I am completely sleep deprived from working on that Goes User video, so I'm gonna take my ass to bed after all this. So,
as we talked about before we went live, I had to turn the AC off because my Windows messed up my microphone. So it's like I'm dying over here. It's like 80.
And you're wearing, and then you're wearing black on black as well. It's just like that ain't helping.
The sun's not out. I mean, it's cat too.
It's still absorbed.
It's spooky season now. It's all. I know.
Spooky season. It's September.
Yes, it is. Spirit Halloween's already open. Open up in August.
It's too early.
Conjuring Final Rites came out in theaters today. And everyone should go see Primitive War if it's available. Ash should go see it because it's an Australian film. The director's from Australia.
Okay, what director?
It was filmed. Luke something.
No, haven't heard of Luke something.
He's a nice guy. Yeah, it's perfect. It's peak. It's the best. It's basically like Saving Private Ryan mixed with Jurassic Park.
He doesn't have a fucking Wikipedia page.
I guess it's not that important.
Yeah. Well, no, he's been a producer for stuff. He's worked with like a lot of stuff.
Well, it came out like a month ago or so.
I know. It's peak. It's peak dinosaurs. Reminds me of Left 4 Dead if it was a movie, but instead of zombies, it's dinosaurs.
If it's on streaming, I'll see if I can watch it that way.
It's not.
Is it? No, okay. Well, Demon Slayer movie comes out next week, so I have to go see that.
I know. There's no popcorn bucket. It's kind of upsetting.
I thought there is.
That would have been the opportunity to advertise Zeztz in the movie theater showing of that would have been it. That would have been how they would advertise.
They could have done that, like what they did with like Dragon Ball Daima, like do the first 5 or 3 episodes as a movie.
I mean, we get commercials for shows and games all the times in movie theaters now, and I'm just like, this would be like the thing people are going to theaters that you could be advertising the fact that this show is going to be streaming on YouTube.
Like there's popcorn buckets.
All right. Anything you got to promote, Ash?
Let me just pull up my channel because I haven't posted all week because I've been sick. I'd just say go read Immortal Legend Batman by Kyle Higgins and Matt Groom.
So good.
So good. Batman does a rider kick and calls it a bat press.
Yeah, it was very entertaining.
Yeah.
Nice.
Any henshins?
All right, Mark. What you got to promote?
I got toys. Black Diffusion. Done.
Ooh, nice.
Deca, River, Wolf, whatever. Done. So I gotta do. I had the videos are. Yeah, it's so unbalanced because one arm. It's like when Quagmire discovered the internet.
Look, that is in this Goes User video that I posted up. I did the bit.
I already started the Gavu Sotos as well. I am on par because I don't know when I'm getting candy toys again. Tariffs. But no, that's really, I'm working on those. I have the Gavu finale review video up. I actually have the Gotchard 1 year later video that's going to go up next week. Where
now then the question is, did you sit back through the show before making this?
I'm starting it tomorrow.
All right, so you'll be dead by Sunday. Cool.
Yes.
Dead by Friday.
When I'm done finishing it, I'll get a phone call and I'll say 7 days.
You're gonna break your sobriety halfway through the show. You're gonna be like,
dude,
I'm gonna need a drink.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like, send me those dill pickle IPAs.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, so I am. It'll probably be 2 weeks because I want to do other stuff. Like I want to go see other movies and like chill. But I definitely be trying.
We know the algorithm is going to be like, who's reviewing episode 1 of Zeztz, all that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to touch it.
Who's going to do 2 though?
Yeah, I'm not going to touch Zeztz until I get out my Gavu. Like I got to finish off that show before I start, putting in too much effort into starting to discuss this
And
new show.
Everyone, go comment on Zio's most recent videos asking when the Zetsu review is going to happen.
It will help with the algorithm, but
Yes.
you also get an answer when you
Yes.
tune to the stream next week.
Yeah. But yeah, then I have a Zetsu video. I'm waiting because I don't know with shipping situations when the Zetsu driver is going to get here. Because you didn't get your anything, right?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't
For
been
your
contacted by
Yeah.
Bai in terms
I
of
haven't
anything
either.
shipping. So
Oh, well, you went through Bai, so I went directly from it. They said it's preparing, so I don't know like if that means it's going to go out Sunday for us, Monday for them, and then I picked my normal like because you can't go EMS in Japan Post, so I don't know. I feel like the Amazon US one's going to get here first because they're going to use FedEx to get to the Amazon warehouse here, probably.
yeah, let me take a look real fast because I know Bai will normally communicate.
Also, updates. HobbyLink has said they're still not going to be shipping anything out of the warehouses to the US until next year, but they're still hopeful. Really soon, they might be able to
I
resume.
got time
But as
to
of
get
right now,
one.
they're not. As
It's
of right
the
now, they're
US
not.
suckers. It's nothing about Australia. I can get a Zeztz driver.
Yeah, they were out of
All right.
stock on the US Amazon. I don't know if they're back in stock or not.
Not on Australia or Amazon. I wouldn't mind getting one, but I'm falling into that hype where it's like, oh, new season, I want the driver. But then again, I
just
never
want
got
the Amazon. You need that display stand though.
Yeah, but the last driver I bought was a while ago.
I mean, I will say, like, it's the first driver since the Desire driver that I've been like, I gotta have this thing. Like, I really like the style of it from like day one, that type of thing.
I never got the Desire
was okay
driver.
with it. I was okay with it. Honestly, the display stand that's Amazon exclusive was what sold me on it because I was like, "Ooh, that's gonna look good on display." That was like a no-brainer.
I mean, I do like the simplistic nature. Like, it does look like a retro meets modern style aesthetic, which is part of the reason why I was just like, I gotta get it. Am I gonna strap it on my test maybe the first time, but then the second time I'm just gonna be like, no, this looks weird. This plastic's digging into my art. Like, what is this?
It's going like,
not gonna work out. All right, cool. Obviously, earlier today I posted up the Goes User catch up. That honestly probably was gonna take longer than the Gavu catch up anyway, because Gavu I was only behind by 10 episodes versus 21 episodes, which I was with Goes User, which is why that was a whole different thing. That was 21 episodes versus 10. So it shouldn't kill me.
I need to catch up on that. As goes usual, I was 4 episodes behind. Now I'm 6 episodes behind. I was getting there.
It's 96 Australian dollars for like the DX Zeztz driver for
with the
full
display.
pack.
That comes with the display.
Yeah, that
get
sounds
it.
good.
Get it? I might get it and just do the pay by 4 on PayPal.
Yeah, I mean that
you do it through Amazon?
No, on HobbyLink. Do HobbyLink do PayPal?
No, they're yeah, they do PayPal.
Okay.
Wow, that's not gonna be the Amazon one then. You're not gonna get the display. You gotta get the display.
No, it's not on Amazon Australia, sadly.
No.
Man.
Like you get
it. All right. Cool. Any other things?
No.
Yeah.
Ride Commons is dead.
Ride Commons is dead. We made it to the 3-hour mark, something that we haven't done in a hot second also. But hey, we did it, and without Cloudy here, because he's probably dead knowing that Takahashi's writing the new show.
Yeah, we won't see him for an entire year.
He's not. I'll be playing that in bed as I'm trying to go to sleep. So, all right.
I have it on my monitor.
We are out of here. We will catch you all next week to discuss Zetz's first episode, how this whole distribution went about after the fact, because we are literally in the preemptive phase of seeing how this goes for Shout Factory, how good them subs are, if the fan sub community does decide to chime in, or if they're just the YouTube rips that we'll end up getting on the other side of stuff. So that's going to be an interesting.
I won't say any names, but there's one group that already said they are doing it regardless because they're going to do the high res RAWs that are like 1080p 60 frame. I'm like, all right,
cool.
So one group we know is doing it.
We will see what the post first episode vibes are regarding all of that and see just how that all plays out. But that's it. We're out of here. Until then, bye.
Bye.
よっ日本一